Welcome in, friends. Tonight is our subscribers night. We're going to be doing subscribers, get readings tonight. It's going to be a drawing. Super excited. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. Hey, Alyssa. Welcome in, welcome in. You are the first of the subscribers to arrive. How are you? Oh, good. All right, we're going to see. I don't have that many followers, so you might have me all to yourself. Or I don't have not followers. I have followers. I don't have that many subscribers. So we'll see who shows up today. Because subscribers get free readings, which I'm super excited about. And then we'll do a chat. Oh, thank you very much for the flowers. I know they'll be here eventually. They'll be here eventually. Oh, and Cherokee Rivers. Cherokee Rivers. Oh, I'm like throwing things around. Yikes, that was aggressive. Where'd my pen go? Oh, there it is. Okay, Cherokee Rivers. I'm gonna add that to my you are added to my drawing. So any subscribers actually go into a drawing for a free full reading, a free full on like private Yumi Zoom reading. So, and like right now I only have 18 subscribers. So it's because I had a lot more at one point, but I couldn't go live for a while because life was busy. And so a lot of them kind of dropped off, which is fine, whatever. But now I was like, you know what? For those of you who've been sticking it out this whole time, oh, thank you, Rose. Appreciate it. I would do it live, do some free readings, and a little spiritual chit chat. But also everybody that is a subscriber, I went down through the list and put everybody into a drawing. And oh, party of 4. Oh, I'm going to add you to my list. Party of 4. We'll add you to my list of drawings. Hello, party of 4. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. All right. So right now, there are not that many subscribers in here. So I'm just going to jump in to do some readings for you guys. And you don't have to be present for the drawing later, by the way. We'll do it towards the end of the live. And the subscriber live is going to be about an hour. And we'll do, at the end of the live, I will do a drawing. I will record it that way. And I put it out there on the TikTok lands. I'll put it on my page and then reach out to whoever is the winner, or I'll tag the winner. Okay. All right. Ooh, let's see which other set of cards. So each person that I read for is going to get 3 cards, which is unusual for me. You should know that. Oh, I see Orca Trisha popped in. All right. Let's see. Oh, we have somebody else just subscribed, but I may have missed it. No, maybe not. Just kidding. All right. So I'm just going to jump in. Alyssa, you were first. Are you in here right now? Let's see. There you are. Okay. All right. So here we go. So I said, welcome everybody. It's my subscribers night. I'm throwing things around. Apparently, like one of these. Oh, that's a lot of cards. So I love this Lightseers deck, but my hands are so small. Like the artwork on these is just incredible. It's just like, see how pretty those are? They're incredible. My hands are so small, and these are made with such thick cardstock. All right, let's see. What does Alyssa need to know today First of the subscribers. Ooh, 7 of Pentacles. All right. 7 of Pentacles comes up for you, Alyssa. And when this card comes up, I see it as you are planting some seeds. Yeah, right, Alyssa? I know. It's like, and I have tiny hands. So planting seeds, and and you can see like, it's like, oh, why is this, my plant's so tiny? And like you feel, it's feeling like you're putting in all this work, you're doing all the things, and you're nurturing and you're nourishing and all the things. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Erin. I'm adding you to my list. Erin Lynn. For a drawing. Thank you. All right. So back to Alyssa. Let's see what comes with that. Into the unknown. Ooh, this is interesting. I'll be interested to see how this plays out. Into the unknown. And let's see what the spirit advice is. Spirit advice is patience is a virtue. Oh my goodness. This couldn't read more like a book if I tried. All right, Alyssa. So it's like you're really putting in the work and you're just really, 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 you feel like you have no idea what you're doing. You feel like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And you're just like kind of blindly going along, right? You're working really hard and you're like, I have all these things, I'm doing all these things, but then like you have this tiny plant. And Spirit is saying, you just got to be patient. You are doing all the right things. You are working, you are getting into, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? And you just have to be patient. You do. You have to just be patient. Oh, thank you for the hearts, friends. It is coming. It's a slow process. But the cool thing is the message here is that the roots go deep. And you see there's a lot more going on underneath the surface than up top, right? So I have to sneeze. Ooh, excuse me. Just be patient. Yeah, and I feel like it's like you really just want to see everything all at once. You're like, can't we just open the door and see all of it? That way I can figure out where I'm going to go next, right? Thank you, Cherokee. And Spirit's like, we're going to give you what you can handle. Oh, hey, thank you, Gail, for resubscribing. I'm going to add you to my list. Gail, I'm keeping track. You guys want to see what I'm doing? I'll show you. Larry's seeing right now for me. Yep. I feel it. All right. So let me see. Oh, wait. How do I do that? Hold on. Flip camera. Oh, there we go. So check it out. I'm putting all your names, all my subscribers go into this cool wheel. So if people subscribe, then I'll add you because I did everybody's before that was already a subscriber. I did you guys prior to the live starting. So that's what I'm doing. Everybody's in the drawing. So even if you can't be around because you don't have lives outside of me, how dare you? If you have a live outside of me and you can't be here, you're still in the drawing, okay? Oh, no worries, Gail. It is fine. It is fine. Okay, so I believe Cherokee was the second one to come in. I'm not going to be able to stay in order. That's just the reality of it. But I want to make sure I get everybody on board that's in here. So Cherokee, are you still in here? See if we can get you a reading right now. You are here. Okay. Welcome and thank you. Thank you for coming. All right. Let's see here. See, what does Cherokee need to know? Okay, so 6 of Cups reversed comes up first. All right. So we're going to sit with that for a second. 6 of Cups reversed. What else goes with that card? I try to get what the vibe is going on, the direction of where we need to go. Ooh, Metamorphosis comes up, okay? And then the message from Spirit, right? So this is what your spirit guides have to say, supposedly, or just Spirit in general. All right, let's see what this. Never judge another. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so how I see this. Ooh, man. So you know how when you go to a reunion, and there are some people that just act the exact same way that they did in high school. Like, if I went back now, it'd be like my 35th reunion-ish, right? And if they still acted like fools, like they did back then I'm going to be concerned. I'm going to be like nervous that they just haven't done the work and they haven't grown up, right? And I feel like there's either you or someone around in your life was very immature, that did not act right. And this could be a relative, this could be a friend. I feel like somebody around you was extremely immature, but they actually have done a lot of work. And I feel like maybe this could be you, that you put in the work. Also, you're not using your voice in something. I feel like you're not using your voice in something. But then also never judge another. And this could be for you or another person around you, but I feel like you need to acknowledge your growth. You need to acknowledge your growth. And if you're around someone who doesn't see you for the person you have become and bloomed into, I'm sure my son, when he comes home from college, I treat him like he's 5, because he's incapable, because that's what moms do, right? So I feel like what he looks at me and says, dude, like, I'm 20. I'm like, no, you're not. You're 5. It's fine. Okay. So I feel like someone around you, or either you or someone around you, is having a hard time seeing you, and they're having a hard time getting over or getting past. And maybe you have done a lot of that work, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? How's that vibe with you, Cherokee Rivers? Hope they're still here. Totally. Okay. So whether it's you're judging, I feel like you're really hard on yourself. I feel like Spirit is saying that you're hard on yourself and someone else is hard on you as well, or is like not seeing you for who you are. Use your voice. I'm not kidding. When Spirit does that with me, when I'm doing readings, it usually means the person needs to use their voice. So use your voice. Stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to say, hey, listen, you need to treat me with a little bit more respect. Right? Okay. So I hope that landed well for you, Cherokee. And thank you for being a subscriber. And have you in my drawing too. So that's exciting. A huge spiritual change. My husband thinks I'm crazy. Oh, welcome to the crazy club. My husband did too for a long time, for a very long time. And now, well, I did give him the option. I was like, well, I could choose you or Spirit. I feel like I should go with Spirit. And once I stood my ground, he made that change to come around the corner and paid attention. And I just did what Spirit was guiding me to do, making me feel like I had to do it. I had to do it because when I was trying to be somebody I wasn't, I was unhealthy. My body physically felt bad. My spirit felt bad. My emotions were a hot mess. And the more I stepped into that role and accepted who I was and what I was supposed to be doing, the happier I was. And the more okay I was with everybody else going away. Excuse me. So there's that. All right. So yeah, you have to do you. Use your voice. And sometimes using our voice is doing me. Oh, you can't come on. Okay, so I love him anyway. Haha. Well, I mean, yeah, I love my husband too, but I just do me now. He can come along if he wants or not. Perfect. And that's exactly what you should do. Our significant others should not be codependent on their opinions, thoughts, and wishes. That we should be encouraging each other and walking in parallel with each other, not intertwined. We should be walking parallel with each other and being supportive and walking along and supporting each other on our path. And he'll come around, especially if he sees that you're genuine about it. You're not just, trying to get rich quick or something silly like that. If you are genuine about it and you're trying to do it for all the right reasons, then he'll come around. Especially, I'm sure he loves you too, even though he probably doesn't say it. I feel like he's a man of few words. Does that make sense to you? Very good. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. All right. Who is going to be next? Okay, good. Yeah, just use your voice, and you can use your indoor nice voice. Says every preschool teacher and preschool dancer. I'm a dance teacher and I teach preschool kids too. So we use our indoor voice. Ooh, we're not using that voice right now. Oh, we don't talk disrespectfully. I am funny. I'm like the epitome of the Gen X dance teacher. And kids do not know how to take me. They just don't. Like, especially little ones, because, gentle parenting, I will say it's better than what we did. We grew up with fear. That's just not how things were. But yeah, those little the little ones don't know how to handle me because they start to cry and like walk out of the room because that's what they feel like doing. I'm like, well, if you leave the room, you have to stay out of the room. You're not going to create chaos. And then you can go tell your mom why you left the room or why you're not in dance class. So, well, there we go. Happy birthday, Cherokee. Yay. I'm 50. I turned 52 in just a couple weeks. So I feel that vibe. I feel that vibe. All right. So happy birthday. I'm glad you got a reading then. That's awesome. You do you. Use your voice. Seriously. All right. Who else is in here that hasn't had a reading? So we did Alyssa. We had Cherokee Rivers is done. I know Gail was in here. And then we also had Party of Four. Party of Four was my next new. And then, no, I had somebody land. Hold on. I have it in order. Party of Four. Party of Four. Are you still around? Gail's still here. At this rate, everyone's going to get a reading. So we'll just go in order of showing up. And, oh, hey, Spiritual Light Angel. What's funny is you're the first one on my list. You're at the top of my list. Okay, Party of Four. All right. So it'll go Party of Four, Erin Lynn, Gail, and then Spiritual Light Angel. Spiritual Light. I can't even read my own writing here. All right, let's see. All right, Party of Four. What does Party of Four need to know? And again, thank you guys for being subscribers. Every one of your names is in the drawing. And oh, looks like Jimmy Darrell's in the house too. I'm gonna have to write him down. I'm gonna write him down. He'll be after Spiritual Light Angel. I'm going in order of appearance. Order of appearance. All right, let's see here. All right. These are so giant. I'm ready just to I'm going to tell Spirit, listen, whatever card is up needs to be for who it is. Yeah. She can't log into the live. Ah, gotcha. Well, she can still hang out there. Well, she can't log in because she's not a subscriber. Also, I just realized who you are. I just realized. That's how crazy. And the Party of Four, Brittany, welcome. All right. Okay, cool deal. All right, so we have Knight of Pentacles reversed for you, Party of Four, Brittany. I need to write that down. Brittany, because I'm terrible. I'll be like, and what's your name again? In like 5 seconds. That's just how I am. But hello, Roxanne, by the way, along with Aaron. Okay, so Brittany, you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This tells me you're afraid to get on the horse and go after something that is financial or material. Let's see what goes with it. Magic Stream. Magic Stream. Ooh, I have big feelings about this card. And then make each day count. Make each day count. Okay, so this is where I feel like you are in, right now you are doing a lot of reflecting. Right now I feel like you're looking back on your life, you're looking back on a situation or like a period of time that has just passed. And I feel like you're really, really reevaluating right now. You're taking a hard look at yourself and maybe you need to go get another job. Maybe you need to go out and make another way of living, right? Or you need to go after something that helps you gain something material, all right? Okay, good. So accurate. At least we're on the right path. Each day you wake up, you need to make it count. Every day that you get up, you need to look in the mirror and say, I deserve this. I do deserve better. I do deserve change. I do deserve these things that I want. Don't let a day go by without it. Okay, and the more you put yourself in that mindset of, I do deserve good things, I do deserve a good life, I deserve, whether it's material things or just things of value, and not everyone values material things. Some people are like, no, my friends are my currency, right? So I feel like you have got to, as you're reflecting, start saying back to your own reflection, I'm worth it, I can do this. And I feel like, are you trying to pull away from something or someone? Does that make sense? I feel like you're trying to pull away. There's a sense of independent, like you're reflecting and going, I'm better than this. I keep questioning using my degree. Oh, yeah, I would say go for the little bit higher paying job. You know what? Put your nose to the grindstone and start applying. Start applying and apply. It doesn't, even if, you get a bunch of misses, it doesn't matter. I feel like if you start putting yourself in, because I do feel like that separation, you're trying to peel away. It's not going to be like something comes in and like divides you, right? I feel like you're just trying to peel away because this is no longer a sustainable thing for you, right? Keep being told to be a teacher, but keep staying an assistant. Oh, just step right into that role. Oh my goodness. I'm a dance teacher. I couldn't do school, but because I keep the kids for an hour and let them go. I'm going to sit with this. Let me see how this vibes. Hang on here. Do you help with are you an assistant with ENL or kids who are learning another language? There's something about another language or kids coming new into the country or not being acclimated. There's something about not acclimating, and that's one of the things you do. Would that make sense to you? Behavior. Okay. I feel acclimation. I kept hearing acclimation. And I feel like you have a lot of patience. Probably more than I do. Yeah. I feel like you absolutely could be utilized elsewhere and make a decent wage, good benefits, all the good things. I feel like that job is waiting in parallel. It's right here. All you have to do is take advantage of it. Okay, but it won't happen for you until you realize your own worth, that you could do it. And I feel like there's something holding you back. There's something fearful holding you back that's keeping you from understanding that you could step into that role very easily. That's what I need, but have not got out of my comfort zone. It's like I'm psychic or something. Keep reflecting. Keep looking at the things that you do well. Okay? Right? I know, I am funny. I thought I was going to be a comedian once. So, but then I didn't do it. Keep reflecting. Make every day count. Make every choice. Don't worry about it. I just want you to go for it. I want you to go for every single opportunity so you have lots to choose from. Okay? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. If y'all can see Spiritual Plumber, make sure you're following him. It's a subscriber live, Mark, so yeah. But I can see you. Mwah. Love him. Okay, you promise you will? Good. I mean, you can promise. Just promise yourself. Right? I'm not going to be calling you up in a week and be like, did you do it? Have you done it? You have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to just really stay on top of things yourself. I do feel like all you have to do is reach out and take it. It's right in front of you. All you have to do is reach out and take it and say yes. So consider that. Okay? And I feel like you have more. Ooh, don't worry, be happy. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm going to add you to my list. Don't worry, be happy. You are added to you are now in my drawing too. So Rick, have the time. Yes. There you go. Hi, don't worry, be happy. Thank you for subscribing. You are on my list for people to get readings. Okay. All right. I'm going to stay on here till all of you get read. Aaron. Woohoo. Aaron, you are up next. You still here, Aaron? I just want to make sure you're still in the room. Thank you all for being subscribers. This is the first time I've done you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Brittany, for being a subscriber and hanging out. All right. There we go. All right, Aaron, let's see. What is next? What is next for you? I have to write this down real quick. Okay. You have strength. Strength. Oh, thank you. Don't worry, be happy. Appreciate you. Yeah, you are my list. We've got Aaron, Gail, Spiritual Light Angel, Jimmy, and Don't Worry, Be Happy. Okay, so that's the order that we're playing in right now. All right, so Strength card comes up for you. All right, Aaron. Woo, love that. Love that. And Sacred Pool. Ooh, Sacred Pool. This one takes a lot of meaning on for me. And I feel like, okay, hold on. Lead by example. I feel like you've heard that before. Did I say that to you literally just the other day? I feel like that's something maybe that was someone else. I feel like that was part of our discussion. I feel like you are, yeah. I feel like you need to, you are immersing yourself in something, and that's where the sacred pool comes in. But I also know, I know things because we just talked, but I feel like to gain your strength, you've got to really, you are immersing yourself in your spirituality and understanding what your role is and how you can utilize it. And I feel like this is exactly what Spirit's saying, lead by example. And you can lead by example by stepping into your power. Let me tap in a little bit more here. I feel like you have to rest. Does that make sense? Oh, hi, Rebecca. Hello. I'm going to write you down. You're here. I feel like you need to show how, I feel like there's an element of showing someone how to rest, or like leading by example by resting, by taking time, by stopping and reflecting. Does that make sense to you? I feel like you have to reflect on things. There's some things you need to reflect on. There's some things you need to show that you're dealing with. Does that make sense, Aaron? And I feel like Spirit's kind of taken me away from what I already know. Hi, Rebecca. All right, you are on my list, by the way. Oh, and let's see here. I think, nope, we're going to add Rebecca's name. All right. Overthinking yesterday. Okay. So, oh my gosh. So you have to lead by example because we know what's happening Friday. So you have to lead by example. That's kind of funny, actually. I love when Spirit's just kind of direct. I also feel like you need to be strong and not saying so much. Don't say as much. Is that... Okay, so it's hard. I know you want to be like, bah, but don't. I promise you, you will benefit, and I'm excited to see how this turns out. So can I say in the chat? Can I say in the chat, like, but not about the actual thing, but like what I'm talking about, so people know that I'm not just like some crazy person just talking in code here. Okay, so Erin did a QHHT with me. She lives in Indiana, here close to me. And so she did a QHHT, and her wife, Roxanne, is going to be doing one Friday. And I was like, don't tell her how it went, because I want to see how the parallels are, if anything is the same. And that's all I can say without like disclosing anything. And it's killing me because I want to tell, because you had a very cool session. And so I'm excited to see how things play out, to be honest. I'm super excited for that. So, but thank you for letting me share that, because it was killing me. Me telling you don't say anything. Yes, it is hard. It is hard. I know. I'm not telling you. I know. So don't overthink. You'll get I do believe that there are some things that I feel like there were some things that didn't make sense. Now I can't remember, but they will come to fruition over the next couple of weeks. Like something's going to kind of kick in and settle in, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, now I understand what that means, because it hasn't happened yet, or there's something hasn't happened, or something hasn't transpired. So hang in there. You're going to get more things in there. So, all right. Thank you for letting me share and for letting me read for you. Appreciate you. All right. So, and also when you were here, I didn't even show you my crown in person. So it's so cool. I love my crown. It stays on my head. All right. Next up, we have Gail. Gail in the house. Gail, my friend. Gail sends me all kinds of hilarious videos, by the way. Thanks for that, Gail. You send me so many great videos. There's Gail. All right. Wait, you don't have your star there anymore. What happened? I saw that you subscribed. That's all right. And you're in here, so obviously you subscribed. Oh, wait. Wait. What is that? How do you have two things? That's weird. Well, anyway. Gail, here's your card. All right. The Hierophant reversed. Girl, you got to step outside of the box. I feel like there's a situation, there's something going on around you where you need to think creatively. Where I feel like you tend to be like just very blunt and to the point, be like, well, just deal with it. Yeah, I feel like you do. You have a tendency to be like, here's just very straightforward. I feel like you are a cut to the chase. You don't mess around. Somebody asks you your opinion, you give it. And there it is, right? And I feel like, let's see what's going on here. Come together. I feel like there's, and love is your energy. So while you tend to, you love helping people. You love being there for people. I see that in here. I feel like there's someone around you that you have to be a little less Lorinda Carr. We'll say that because I own that. Own it. A little rough around the edges. I got some sharp edges. When somebody asks me my opinion, I'm going to say, are you sure you want that? You sure about that? Yeah. I'm the epitome of if you don't want to know what I really think, don't ask. Because I'm going to tell you. But I feel like you, in order to deal with this other person that you need to either partnership with or you need to work with or you need to work closely with, you have got to be a little more creative in your approach. You do it all out of love. I know this. You do all these things out of love. And you feel like when you like, just suck it up and deal with it. Because that's what you would do, right? You suck it up and deal with it. I feel like this person you have got to like change your dialogue with because it is not their journey right now. It's not where they are in their journey. That's what I meant to say. It's not where they are in their journey. And I feel like whoever this is you've got to get creative in how you talk to them. How you approach, or how it might just be a situation too. So I feel like it's just, you've got to get creative and continue that love, that unconditional love, that passion for helping people and making people feel better, or helping people do better. I feel like you're more of a, let's guide you down the right path. No, you're going this way. Okay. And I feel like embrace what they need from you or what the situation needs from you. Does that make sense, Gail? Good. I'm glad. Gotta get creative. Like, I feel like this is what I envision. I feel like you're like, somebody says something to you or is complaining to you about something. And I feel like you're just very solution oriented too, which I am too. So when somebody says, when I say, how was your day? Oh, it was terrible. My pencil wouldn't sharpen and blah, 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 blah. Because I deal with kids. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, so what are you going to do about it? So what did you do about that pencil? Okay, so what are you about tomorrow? Are you going to get it? Are you getting a new pencil? Do you need a new pencil? Like, I don't sit and wallow in it hard because my mouth likes to say what I feel. I know. Thank you, Cherokee. Says, I love the way you explain things. Thank you. So I just feel like this is a good learning lesson for you. So you can do it. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you because you do. You come from a place of love. You do come from a place of love. And I see that about you and I feel that about you. Okay. You got this. All right. Thank you, Gail, for being a subscriber and like sending me cool videos. I do laugh. So because you send me a pretty good variety of videos. I love them. All right. So up next is Spirited Light Angel. Are you still in the house? And then after that, it's Jimmy Darrell if he's still around. And if people aren't here for some reason, then I'll just skip over them and come back. 70 years of running my mouth. I know. I feel that. I mean, I'm only on 51 years of running my mouth, but I get it. All right. Yay, Angel's here. Okay. So, Angel. Let's see what Angel has on the docket today. 4 of Cups reversed. 4 of Cups reversed comes up for you. First, let's see where it goes, because I that's one of those cards where I could go, oh, this is shifting, or oh, this is getting worse. But we're not going to do that. Commitment. Commitment. Okay, we're talking about commitment. And the advice is live your bliss. Live your bliss. Oh my gosh. So I feel like you've been, seriously. All right. So I feel like you've been asking for a sign about something. You're like, oh, woe is me. I wish I had a sign. I wish I had a sign, right? Then the sign comes along. And if I were to put it into like a relationship scenario, I'm not saying that's what it is, but if it were in a relationship scenario, I would say, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend. I wish I had a partner. I wish I had da 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 da. And then all of a sudden, like there's someone standing in front of you, and they're like, hey, what about me? I'm here. What about me? And all of a sudden you're like, oh, you are here. You're there. Okay. All right. Also, I feel like when something good is right in front of you and it's tangible and it's exactly what you asked for, you're waiting for the other shoe to fall. It's like you're just kind of programmed to wait for the other shoe to fall, is what I keep hearing. Waiting for the other shoe to fall. Does that make sense, Angel? Because I feel like you've asked for a sign, you've asked for something, the universe handed it to you. Might be guilty. So, hitting a little hard, is it? Please accept gifts from the universe, from your guides, from spirit. Accept them. Okay? When the universe says, here you go, then you say, thank you, not, oh, but is it, oh, I don't know, is it going to spoil before I feel like you kind of go through the checklist of what if, and go through the failures or the potential disasters, which totally counteracts you just manifested something. Have you been working on manifesting? I feel like that's a thing for you. Is that a thing for you? Are you working on manifesting? Because I just kind of heard that. Also, apparently I'm clairaudient these days because I keep hearing things. That is a thing for you. Okay. Yeah, you've got to, when you manifest it and it shows up on your doorstep, don't call bomb control, like, because there might be a mysterious package. If you've ordered something on Amazon, which is that's how I compare manifesting to ordering something on Amazon. You pull up your phone and you're like, I'm going to order that. Cool. You know, in 2 days it's showing up. You don't worry about who's packaging it. You don't worry about who's printing off the document to print it. You don't know, and you don't care. You just know in 2 days it shows up. But if it shows up in 2 days and you call for help because there's a mysterious package at your door, then you've kind of defeated your purpose. Okay, that's how it is when you manifest. You can't freak out and act like you didn't order it up or that you don't deserve it. And that's where I feel like this live your bliss comes in. Okay, I feel like allow yourself to accept the gift. Look, it's like spirit is handing you a gift right there. Okay, and it's in this card too. It's in the traditional tarot. Oh no, you could see it. It's in this card too. So you can see the hand, like she's like, I really wish I had a sign. And Spirit's like, here, look over here. Look, why are you looking over there? Those bowls are empty. This one's full. Okay. But when it's reversed like that, I feel like you're finally coming into, okay, all right, let's bring it in. I see the signs. All right. You always expect it to be more. Well, then you know what? Dream bigger. Why is my dog barking? Oh, my son must be home. She's losing her mind right now. But you also have the hands. handing you something. Like I say, it's handing you magic. The universe is handing you something very magical, and live it, accept it, take it. Okay, you deserve it. It's not like, well, if I take this, does that mean my house is going to burn down? Is there some terrible trade-off? There's no trade-off. Okay, now bad things might go away. Things that no longer serve you might fall away. That includes people. Okay, so just understand that. So, no, it's my husband. Okay, so I don't know what it is about we have wood floors upstairs. So when my dog, they're bred for truffle hunting, so they're bred to dig. We only have her because we're not allergic to her and she's cute. She sounds like Freddy Krueger going across my floor. I'm just saying. So I'm nowhere near these people or this dog. So anyway, you are welcome, Angel. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thanks for coming in the live and hanging out. And you are on the list for, hold on. I got to make sure. Spiritual. Yep, you were first on the list. That's right. I didn't see it. So you're welcome. All right. Jimmy, are you still in the house, my friend? You know what's crazy is I've never even seen a picture of Jimmy Darrell, but he's like one of my biggest supporters, and he like supports this community, the TikTok like spiritual community, like none other. It's amazing to me. I have no idea what he looks like. I don't even know if he's actually a he. Could be a she, pretending to be a he. I have no idea. All right, let's see. Is Jimmy Darrell in the house? If not, we'll jump ahead to Don't Worry, Be Happy if she's still around. And if not, we'll do Rebecca. Who else is here? Who else is here of the subscribers? Hope y'all didn't give up on me. They're all like, peace out, whatever. Okay, well, at least Don't Worry, Be Happy is here. Okay, we'll give Jimmy Darrell a second here. I'll summons him psychically. Oh, Connie. Nice to meet you, Connie. Thank you for that. I'll forget that in exactly 3.2 seconds. All right, we'll go ahead and jump ahead to Connie, and then if Jimmy Darrell comes back in, then I'll go back to him. All right, Connie. And you know what? Spirit does this on purpose. Spirit does this on purpose because I don't shuffle the cards. They know who needs to be next. All right, Page of Swords. Page of Swords reversed. So this is like a sharp tongue vibe going on. Why did I move all these cards? Sharp tongue. Let me see what's going on with that. Wizard of Awareness. Wizard of Awareness. Okay, deep thoughts. All right. And let go of ego. All right, so I'm going to give an example, okay, of how this energy feels. You've got the bratty, smart aleck kid that's really sharp tongued, that you just want to like be like, really. And then you're the person that's got to like change this behavior or help manipulate this behavior. The wizard. You're responsible for molding this child, right? But you have to let go of your ego. You have to let go of what you feel is best for them sometimes, because what you feel is best is not always best for them. And they begin to rebel. So it's like you almost have to, I feel like you do have someone extremely rebellious around you, or maybe it's you. Ooh, that just landed. Connie, are you kind of sharp-tongued these days? And I feel like you're just you're aggravated with someone or something. Okay. I feel like it's just this sense of aggravation and like, get your act together, figure this out. And you know you're right. You know you're right. Okay. You've got to, first of all, reflect on yourself as a kid and ask yourself, did it work when someone like yelled at me and tried to be right? Or tell me how to be, or tell me what to do. And yeah, of course, as an adult, we can see miles into the future and like about bad decisions because we've done it. But I feel like you have to let go of the idea of being right. And even when they fall on their face, you can't be like, how'd that work out for you? I mean, you could. I say don't, but I do it to my children all the time. Sometimes I don't. I just give them this look and walk away, which is even worse, probably, but I don't say anything. It doesn't come out of my mouth. Big Leo, big ego energy over here, unfortunately, especially when it comes to raising kids. So if you've got this rebellious child that reflects you, you're facing him. You're facing them, right? You are very aware of what every decision they make is going. You're aware of it, and that's where this wizard of awareness comes in. You're like, my dude, like, come on, just listen to me, and you won't have to fall on your face all the time. Sometimes they have to fall on their face. And sometimes they do know better. Sometimes they may not fall on their face. The bad decision may not work out the same. And that's also a lesson for us, that not everything is always the same. Okay? So take it as a teaching moment for yourself, as a learning moment for yourself. And then if it goes south for the child, then you can just be like, so what did we learn from that? How can I help going forward? And I do feel like you have to have that conversation, whether it's now or later when they're a little older. I feel like there's a conversation of, how can I help you best? What can I do to help you? And they may not be able to tell you. But my kids were like, how about when I get in the car after school and start venting, you don't try to solve every problem. Just listen. I'm like, oh. It just had not occurred to me. So I was like, well, they're clearly venting because they want solutions. I'm solution oriented. So I was like, I made the agreement with them that if they got in the car and there was like, blah, word vomiting and stress vomiting, that I say, okay, listening moment or solution moment, or fix it. 9 times out of 10, it was listening, so my hands were at 10 and 2. Okay? Yeah, and it's hard, especially if I didn't grow up with very communicative people. It was just like, children are seen and not heard. Again, Gen Xer. There was no communication. It was just figured out. We just had to figure it out ourselves, right? And so that's what I feel like you have a little bit better of an advantage. I feel like you do have support around you, or you do have people around you that you can turn to and watch and go, okay, that's a better way to approach this. Okay, so look to other parents that you admire, that you feel like are getting good results. And see what they're doing. But I feel like just opening the lines of communication and saying, wait, okay, is this something you want me to fix, or you just want to vent? Or do you want to finish? Or do you want to figure this out on your own? It's kind of like, do you want to fuck around and find out? Basically, that's all it is. And they have a choice. You can get that. You can do this. And just remember, it's not about you. It's about their growth. And this is what I tell people too. When it comes to parenting, especially when you go in and you fix something for a child, and you put cushions in front of them, and you are robbing them of a lesson. You're robbing them of a lesson that will help their soul grow. And as long as it's not detrimental to their life, obviously there are things that you do intervene in. You kind of snatch the kid up and you get them to safety. But if these are just life lessons, don't rob them of those lessons. It's hard. Sometimes you just want to sit back and be like, seriously? Okay. And you just let them fall. And you be the soft place for them to come back to and land. It's hard. It sucks, actually. But it is what it is, Let them learn their lessons, because then you'll be the better parent for allowing them to learn those lessons. And being there to help them work through it. Okay? So, thank you, Connie, for being a subscriber. Appreciate you. New subscriber on top of that. I love it. Welcome to my page. Is Jimmy Darrow back in the house yet? And by the way, Connie, you've got this. You got this. No worries. You're welcome. My insight's good for some people, just not for myself sometimes. And don't let me fool you. It's like, this is years of therapy coming through. It has nothing to do with, psychic ability sometimes. It's just, oh, why is my dog still barking? All right, so waiting on Jimmy Darrell to come in. If he is not back yet, then we will move on to Rebecca. Is Rebecca still in here? Yeah. All right, so let's see. Oh, Patty Stovall Healer in the house. Oh, yay, cool. Rebecca's here. All right, Rebecca Tatum. Oh, I need to add that because just in case. Okay, everyone that's a subscriber is in my wheel of, what's it called? Wheel of names. Okay, all right, let's see. What does Rebecca need to know? Rebecca, you have got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Let's see what comes with it. Then we'll kind of put it all together. Mountain. I'm intrigued by this card because this card means so many different things when it's with other cards. It's just amazing to me how the cards can like mean so different things. Different vibe. You are never alone. All right. Ooh. Oh, I just got this big download. You are holding on to something really tight. I feel like you are something valuable to you. It could be something money. It could be, I feel like it's something valuable, which to me says a person or a relationship because you can see she's clutching it. Whatever it is that's meaningful to you, you're hanging on tight. And when it's reversed, it's like you gotta let it go. You're gonna have to like loosen again, going back to parenting. My kid's in college, right? I gotta like let him do his thing. He's an adult. I can't be treating him like he's a 15-year-old, right? Even if he acts like one. I didn't say that. But I feel like this feels like a big, giant, insurmountable mountain for you. Like you're like, no, I can't let go. Whatever this is that you're trying to hang on to, you've got to let it go. You are not going to be able to progress. They are not going to be able to progress. And I feel like what you need to understand is just because they walk away doesn't mean you're alone. You've got to there's something you got to let go of. And I find it interesting that Patty's in here. Because I almost feel like, Rebecca, is this a situation where someone has passed and you're having a hard time letting them go and you feel alone? Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Patty, I can't, and yeah. I just think I find it mom's twin sister. Spirits Q was bringing Patty in. I know she's not a subscriber and that's fine, but she's one of my very, very dear friends. Our anniversary's coming. Okay. Is it August? I heard August. Is there a significance to August? Yes. Okay. Something about would there be significance around the date like August 10th? And I'll explain why in a second, because I feel like she's here. So I just find it funny. August 15th. Okay. Because she showed me, she was like, yeah, remember that time you got married on August 10th? That wasn't a wedding. That was a funeral. Like, she was funny. Was she funny? Was she just a funny person? She seems funny because she made me feel like, yeah, it may have been when you got married, but it's actually like a funeral for you. That thing was dead in the water. Okay, she's funny. And I feel like it's either you or somebody feels, I know it was your mom's twin sister, and there's an unbreakable bond there with twins. But I feel like, does your mom feel like she hasn't come to her or she hasn't visited her? I feel like she does feel alone. I feel like there's some sense of she's not coming through or something like that. She hasn't visited, or we're not seeing her. I'm not feeling her lately. Would that make sense? Okay. Okay. I'm asking her how she communicates. Because you're never alone. You're never alone. She has never left your side. Would you understand her being when she passed? Was someone like on the way or just missed or not there? I feel like there's this this sense of not being able to say goodbye or not being able to be there and not being there. Does that make sense? And that's where that mountain comes in, just like struggling to put one foot in front of the other. Out of nowhere, yeah. I feel that. It was like, oh, and like no one was there to say anything. Was it her heart? Was it her heart? Because she's going heart, head, wait, heart, head. But she went to heart first and then went to head. So I don't know if she like had a couple different things going on or she was sick with something and then, I don't know, it was like heart, head. I don't know why she's saying both. Also, this is a perfect example of the video I just did the other day. Like you're doing mediumship or you're doing psychism and all of a sudden you're like switching gears. Guess I'm doing mediumship. Heart, head, heart. And she keeps like doing this. Unless she was Catholic. Oh my gosh, was she Catholic? I will crack up if, okay. She was doing this. I was like, did you die from something with your head or your heart? What the heck? No. She's funny. I'm telling you, she's funny. She does make me feel like when you're driving along, do streetlights just turn out? Like you're just driving along, minding your own business, and it's mostly like when you're driving, like either people are flashing their lights at you or street lights turn off. Does that make sense? She's talking about lights blinking, and when that reference came up before in a live, it meant like street lights were turning off. So there's some reference to at night driving, flashing lights. Okay. When you get those flickering lights, it's there. That's the easiest way. That's the easiest frequency for them to manipulate. So it's the one that catches our eye the most. All right. So just kind of pay attention because now I feel like you're going to start noticing, you know, how like you're just driving along, all of a sudden a street light turns out. I just feel like that's something that she does, or something about lights flashing. So, but also, did you have an alarm go off out of nowhere? Would that make sense? She's talking about like an alarm going off, and it wasn't set or didn't make sense. Also, did anyone just see that orb fly by? There's literally nothing in front of me, and it just like did it again. I think that may have been my screen. Okay, so I didn't think I was making that up because it went like this way. Cool. I feel like that's your mama, the mama. Nothing with the alarm. There's something that makes me feel like an alarm went off, or something about an alarm that didn't make sense. I don't know if it's like phone alarm or car alarm, or there's something just set off that you're like, dang it, what, wait, what? Okay, I'm going to write that down. Alarm. Just kind of make a note of that, because I feel like it was just super specific and so out of nowhere. And that's okay if you're not sure. It might be one of those things that it'll happen tomorrow. And you'll be like, that's what she was talking about. And it could be just one of her ways of saying hi. So keep that in mind. But she really needs you to understand that she's never left. She's never left. And what would your mom understand her being just really, really angry at her for leaving first? I feel like as kids they made an agreement. They'd come in together, they'd go together. I feel like your mom was very upset about that. I love our cozy little group. It's way less obnoxious than when I'm just in a live doing readings. An agreement, but she's more upset than angry. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there was just some sort of, because she said, yeah, they had an agreement. Because that's what she was talking about. They had an agreement. Okay, I'm going to crack up. She's talking about eggs. Did you guys have eggs this morning? I feel like she's trying to prove that she was around. Oh, thank you, M. Steinhaus. M.N. Steinhaus. M.N. Steinhaus. Welcome to my subscribers. Thank you. And I'm going to add you to my list while I wait for Rebecca to type. Steinhaus. All right. You are on my list to be in the free reading. As she told me earlier. Because she was talking about eggs. So this, I'm telling you, this is her way of just kind of proving and saying, I'm here, I'm watching, and I saw you fix eggs this morning. That's funny, actually. Talk to her in the kitchen. I feel like kitchen is a, was it kitchen a happy place for her? The kitchen. She's like, talk to me in the kitchen. Or is it a happy place for your mom? Because when your mom is really sad, leaves dimes around the house. Has she said anything about that? She hasn't yet. But then even if I said yes, it wouldn't count. Because you'd be like, yeah, she totally said that. She's totally talking about the dimes. Actually, I feel like there's another person who leaves the dimes. I feel like there's someone else. It's a male energy. Like grandfather or like male. There's a male energy that leaves the dimes. I don't feel like it's her. Okay, yeah. Because she's saying, talk to me in the kitchen. Because that's what makes you happy. And when your frequency is up, you're able to feel more. And you're able to, your vibration is up. So it's kind of like, this, the best way I can liken it, and some of you may have already heard this, me say this, when you're wanting to listen to classical music, it's over on this station, right? And you got all these stations in between that and then the heavy metal, okay? Well, you don't want to listen to heavy metal, right? You want to listen to this higher vibration music, but you have to raise the dial. You got to use the dial to get to that frequency, to get to that station. And if you want to feel your loved ones, and that's what mediums do, like we learn how to adjust our vibrations so we can feel them. So watching puppy videos that make you happy, doing things, and if cooking makes you happy, say, come cook with me. is it an L name? Is this when L name would be significant to her? An L name, or Lala or Lulu, Lula, Layla? There's an L name. Would that make sense? Or her nickname start with an L? There's something to do. She makes me feel like a nickname. Like two names, like Lulu, Lala, Lynn. Oh, could be Lynn, like, oh, and then two N's. Okay, that makes sense because she's like two. There's two of something, like Lulu, Lily, Lala. Nope, Lynn with two N's. Okay. But did you call her something else? Oh, okay. But I feel like you called. Did you call her by something other than her name, like a nickname? Does that make sense? She's talking about a nickname. Okay. What's she talking about? Again, just kind of keep that in your back pocket, because 9 times out of 10, when Spirit's bringing something through, it's because I'm misinterpreting it. They're not giving me bad information. It's me. So I'm trying to figure out why she's showing me nickname. Do your kids call her not grand? Like I'm trying to put this into words. I had a friend whose son couldn't say Lorenda, and so he called me Lala. And that was like, that's what I heard was Lala, or an L name, but a nickname. So I feel like he's referring to someone as something different. It could be like a grandmother name, like Gigi or Lala or Gaga, whatever. Like, I feel like there's some different name. And also, she's persistent. I was willing to let that go a second ago. She's like, no, stick with it. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, well, again, it has to be me misinterpreting something. Okay. I feel like it's Dad who might leave the dimes. And what's funny is every time I think of dimes, I think, we're in the money, from 42nd Street. And I keep hearing that song in my head. Well, what is it? A penny? A nickel? Well, hold your horses and let me dust it off. And let me get the dirt off. A dime. So I'll laugh if there's some reference to tap dancing or 42nd Street. Or that's just my weird mind. But I do feel like she's here. I mean, and I feel like this was very significant. There's a reason that Jimmy Darrell was not in the room to receive the next message, because this was for you. Sure, her dad. Okay. Yeah, Dad leaves the dimes. Right now, Sis messes with electricity. And she keeps talking about, I feel like she hides things. Do you guys... I feel like she hides things. Like, she'll make them like disappear, and then you look everywhere, and then there they are. And that's pretty common. I get that a lot with spirits. They're like, that's how they show up. Like, they just move things. Yeah. And also, do you have a dog that barks at nothing? I feel like she messes with a dog or messes with an animal. There's something she's messing with an animal that they see her. Like, as far as they're concerned, she's still around. I feel like there's so many clues around that cats that act weird. Yeah, I feel like she messes with them, and they can feel her vibration, and they're just, they're cats. Just pay attention. She's around. She's around a lot. The cold chill from the back. Cold chill from the back. She says that's how she comes through. She'll step through energy. She'll blend energy from the back. And you'll feel her like a cold woof, like that weird feeling. And she's doing it to me right now, and I really don't appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. And this is going to be the weirdest validation. I had an entire conversation today with a fellow creator and psychic about butterflies and them being a sign from spirit. So I'm going to take that as a yes, as a validation, because I can't tell you the last time I talked about butterflies as a sign. But it was a whole conversation, and every card that she pulled up or people were pulling for her had butterflies on it. So I would take that as a win by proxy. Just the fact that it was a full-on conversation today about 2 hours before this live. Not even that. I don't think it was even that. It wasn't even a full 2 hours before this live. Okay. So yes, I would say yes, just because those signs are so random and weird. So when you see those butterflies, if you think of her, that's the thing. We can assign those meanings. Okay. They're always around us. So they can manipulate that energy. They can manipulate a butterfly to fly into your face and go, hey, what's up? Land on your shoulder, whatever. That can happen. And they can do that with birds. They can do that. They can manipulate the energy to maneuver. And that's so it's not them embodying the bird. It's them guiding the bird to go bang on the window or the butterfly to show up and hang out and just look at you. Like, hey, what's up? Got anything? Got any food? Anything for me? Yeah. So when those little interesting things happen, then you say, oh, hi. And you say, oh, thank you. Thinking of you. Okay. By doing that, again, you raise the vibration and you're more likely to feel their energy. That's how that works. Pretty cool, huh? Or the bee. I was just getting ready to say the bees because I've got this stupid carpenter bee. These little, I've got cedar on my deck, right? The builder thought it would be cool, right? I actually almost said something about the bees, which is funny that you said that, Steinhaus, because I had this bee, this one that will come and hover right in my face. I will stand there with the carpenter bee spray. I'm like, try me. And it will stare me down. I don't care if it is a relative. I don't need relatives eating up my deck because they're those stupid carpenter bees that eat all the wood. Bring nicer insects, like butterflies, not bees. Those are like. So there you go. You're welcome, Rebecca, and thank you for being a subscriber again. Appreciate you. Oh, did anybody see that? That might have been dust, but I don't see it now. That was kind of cool. That was kind of floaty and patternistic. Saying, relative or not, you'll be gone. Right. Come in as a spider. House is getting burned down. You're done. Everything's done. You die with it. That's just how it's going to be. So yeah, you guys I've got a lot of activity going on in here. So you guys have to keep an eye out. All right. Did Jimmy Darrell ever come back? You're welcome. And also you're welcome, Rebecca. Thank you. If not, then we'll move on to M.N. Steinhaus. M.N. Steinhaus, can I call you something? And also, are you from Germany? Or have German roots, or just really like German beer? And have Steins? Mike. Of course your name is Mike. Because that's the name of my main spirit guide. Oh, thank you, Cherokee. Appreciate that. All right, let's see what Mike needs to know. But I will laugh if you do have steins and like beer, because we do in my house. And I like Germany. All right. I think some German. See? I like the Polish beer too, though. All right. Knight of Cups reversed. Oh, my friend. Mike, have you fallen off the white horse? Were you the knight in shining armor, and did you fall? Let's see. Ghostlands. Okay, let's see what comes with it. Hold on before I put it all together. Give without expectation. Give without expectation. All right. I'm not trying to be, let's see, how do I want to put this? I feel like it's either you or someone around you, and this could be someone doing this to you. This could honestly be someone doing this to you. But it's either you, or sometimes we have to kind of self-reflect, or someone around you. It feels like someone was very giving. I'm like, here, I wanted da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but then didn't get something in return. It was like, fine, peace out. Because it wasn't an equal energy exchange. Or because it was not an equal energy exchange, it was like something needed to change. And I feel like, for instance, let me give you a better example. So you've come across that stranger on the street that's asking for money or that needs something, and you know they're not going to do the right thing with it, but you hope that when you give them cash, or you give them something, or give them food, that they're going to do the right thing. And you have to be okay with them not. You have to be okay with doing something kind for someone without that expectation coming back, of something coming back, or them doing the right thing. And that could be you being kind to someone and saying, hey, I'm trying to help. And then they're just like ghosting you, Ghostlands. Because when I saw that, I was like, oh, it feels like somebody ghosted. Like, okay, they come into your life and they're like, hey, I need a favor. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I haven't seen you in so long. And then they're happy to take from you, but then they don't give, and then they're gone. Okay, and you have to be okay with that. And just accept that they're jerks and don't do it again. Does that make sense to you, Mike? So a lot of times I talk in code. Makes sense to you? Okay, good. Yeah, I've got try being a medium. Try being a medium. I've got friends that I only hear from when their life is falling apart. And they think that since we go way back, that I'm just going to be right on board with, be like, oh, would you like me to tell you what your future is and where you should go? And I feel like there's some sort of expectation from you in that kind of regard. Like people hit my husband up. But no, they don't even hit my husband up. My husband's a lawyer. Like corporate tax, like nonprofit type lawyer, right? Numbers guy. People constantly are calling me, hey, so I know your husband's a lawyer, and like wanting free lawyer services or wanting free advice, and like for family law. He's like, I took a family law class 25 years ago. That's it. That's all I got. Got an A in it because I crammed for it, and that's all I got. And I feel like there are people that come to you and want something from you, and there's not an equal energy exchange. Just be discerning in how you give that, how you give the energy. Don't do it to a point of depletion. Don't give until you are out of the energy and out of out of resources. But when you do choose to give, you got low expectations. You got to have low expectations. Like, I know that my friend, all I'll get from it is a hug and, oh my God, I just love you. And I won't hear from her again until it's the next job. Until she quits the next one. Right? So, yeah, unfortunately, that's it. It's okay to give. Just don't give with expecting something in return, which means you can be discerning in the giving. Okay. I feel like you're a really nice dude. And I feel like there are probably people who take advantage of that. Like, oh, he's a nice guy, you should call him. Would that make sense to you, Mike? I feel like a lot of people try to get you to do things. Well, I mean, I don't know you. I'm just telling you what Spirit's saying. That vibe that I'm getting. Yes, okay. Yeah, like if you've got the truck, people are always needing to borrow your truck. My dad's a mechanic. Everyone calls me because my dad's a mechanic. Hey, and they think that I know things. I'm like, I'm a dance teacher. I'm not a mechanic. And no, I'm not going to call my dad about fixing your car for free. Yeah. Okay. And so just kind of keep that in the back pocket. Be discerning. It's okay to help. Give without expectation. Excuse me. Give without expectation, and just be discerning in who you give to and who you help. All right. And don't do it to the detriment of your family or other people. Thank you. So thank you, Mike, for being a new subscriber. Appreciate you. I'm glad you got in here in time. And you are in my drawing for the free reading. So for those of you who left it here, all my subscribers, I think I have 22 subscribers maybe. Oh, you're welcome. I've got 24 subscribers. Look at us go. Every name is in my little wheel. It's wheel of names. And at the end of the live, we will do, we'll have like 5, 8, 7 minutes left of the live. I will do the thing. Oh, it looks like Rachel. I got a new subscriber. Rachel subscribed. All right. Thank you, Rachel. I'm going to add you to the list and add you to the drawing. All right. A-A-E-L. Rachel. Rachel subscribed. All right. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you. I'm adding you to my list. And actually, since Jimmy Darrell has not come back, you might be up for a reading. You're welcome. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. And what's funny is we're kind of winding down. We've gone through all these people for their readings, and I was waiting on one specific person to come back. I haven't seen him yet, which is okay. I see him all the time. And so you're up next for the reading. Divine timing? Absolutely. Okay. Buckle up, Rachel. You've got the Page of Cups reversed. When I see this card, I think of, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Right? Storm fields. Ooh. Also, I saw a tornado trying to form right outside my house like this last weekend. Indiana, it happens. But I have video footage of all the updraft happening and the rotation. Me out there on my deck filming it. Being upset that my husband's not in the basement. I'm just saying. So we got tornado, we got storm fields. Storm fields. Let's see. Advice with that is follow the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have. You were just in a tornado, literally. What? You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Wow. What state are you in, Rachel? Tennessee. Oh yeah, we just had all those storms ripped through here. I'm up in central Indiana. And a tornado, my friends on the south side of Indianapolis started sending me pictures going, yeah, look what I just got out of my backyard. And it was full on tornadoes, crossing through their neighborhood. I'm like, why were you outside? They lost far enough away. I feel like there could be other spouts coming down. Me, of course, there's me standing outside filming the potential tornado. So on vacation in Tennessee and went through the yard and just missed the house. What? That's too close. too close. But also, look, it's just missing the house. It's going through the yard, just missing the house. So, you grab your beer. Oh, yeah, because if you're in Oklahoma, Cherokee, like I bet you are, you're just like, well, here we go. Let's do this. So, what I feel like, but also, do you feel like, oh God, I know you can't make this up, right, Mike? All right, let me tune into the literal reason that card came up and also the metaphorical, whatever Spirit's trying to say with that card. I do feel like either you've got either a child or an immature person. Dolce, hello. You are not on my list. Let me add you. You're on my list here for a reading, I think. I'm pretty sure I typed your name. Yep, Dolce, welcome in. Hang tight, you'll be next. Unless Jimmy Darrell comes back in. That, but I guess the same as us, California deal with earthquake. Oh, well, we get earthquakes here too. They're very rare, but we get them. It just sounds like somebody's jumping off the bed. The house shakes. Go Spirit, go, I know, right? So anyway, Rachel, let me retune in this. I feel like there's you or someone around you that is creating chaos. They're creating chaos and they're not listening. They're getting swept up in the chaos. They're getting swept up in things, or they're trying to get you swept up in things. Does that make sense to you, Rachel? But also, I think it's funny that it looks like this in this card. It looks like somebody's getting sucked up into a tornado, and it reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. Dun, 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 when pigs fly. It's not even part of it, but pigs flying through that chaos, that wind. It's like the Tasmanian devil. Treat them as you want to be treated. I feel like whoever this is, you have to lead by example. And I know, I feel it. I feel it gives you a headache right here. And it makes your brain hurt. I feel it really makes your whole upper body hurt. Do you have issue with upper back? Or is that just me? I feel like there's a very stress, like your tension's up here. Okay. You gotta lead by example. I know it's probably going to be so hard for this person. Rise above it. Let them create their own dust and their own dirt. Yeah. And it's stress. It's stress related is what I feel. Also, I feel like something's out of alignment. I don't do medical readings, disclaimer, but I feel like something's out of alignment. It's like, I feel like not straight spine, and then your head's this, and then it causes neck pain. Interesting. Again, I don't listen to strangers on the internet for medical advice, but I feel like almost like scoliosis, like something's out, but also it feels like stress. Also, do you need a new mattress or new pillows? Spirit show me a sleep situation. Does that make sense to you? Or did you just or are you looking at getting a new mattress or pillows? Something to do with your sleep situation. I'm moving, have been buying new everything. Oh, all right. Yeah, I feel like you need to replace your pillows or mattress. There's something that is causing you to be off center or so when last time we bought our mattress, it was so long ago, but it has some lifetime warranty on it. So I hope they're still in business. But my bedside is different than my husband's. It's called Sleep to Live. And so we have, because I'm curvy, my husband is not. You just stick straight, obviously. He likes a harder mattress because he can handle it. Me, if I'm in a mattress that doesn't give, my spine, because when I relax, you must see that? There they go again. Could have been dirt. The new mattress is on order. Okay. Well, make sure your side has give, because if you have curves, you need to sink into the mattress and let it support your waist. Does that make sense? I know I'm like getting really deep here about your mattress situation. Sorry if I'm being intrusive. But I feel like I just think it's funny that they brought up mattresses, and that's something new that you're getting. I feel like that's going to actually help your neck situation. And yeah, you're in the guest bed, and nobody buys expensive mattresses. The guests get the old mattress is really what it comes down to. Like, that's what's on our guest bed is like my kid's old mattress. So, and we just put we flip it, put a mattress cover on it, then the sheets, and then we're good. Plus, you don't want guests to stay too long. If we're being real. Yeah, we want them to miss home. Just saying. So whoever this is around you, just treat them with kindness. So we're sleeping on top of each other. Yeah. So there's the thing happening. But also I feel like it's stress. And if you're moving, that makes sense. Don't get caught up in the chaos. When the chaos happens, don't get caught up in it. And also when there's a tornado, go to the basement. Just throwing that out there. Just go to the basement. So, all right. Well, thank you for being a subscriber, Rachel. Appreciate you very much. I'm glad that glad you came in tonight. All right, Dolce, are you still around? And did Jimmy Darrell ever come back? You're welcome. I appreciate you. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. All right, let's see. Yay! All right, Dolce, let's see. Now, am I saying that right? Dolce? Dolce Salinas. Sounds very European. Dolce. I like it. Very Italian. Dolce. I just want to say it. I just want to say Dolce. Okay, anyway. 9 of Swords. Girl. Wait, I'm assuming girl. I could be wrong. I can't see the picture. Something has you stressed out. Something has you filled with anxiety. And you're just like, what's happening? Balancing act comes up. Balancing act. Okay, what comes with it? And now okay. I figured you were. Dolce is a very feminine name, but you never know. Don't relinquish your power. Ooh. Oh, you are getting called out. This is a call out right here. Don't give up your power. So, Dolce, I feel like something has got you really, like someone or someone's have you like putting a lot of responsibility on you. And it could be yourself, but I feel like it offered me to move with him, but I would be moving and leaving my job. Ooh. I feel, okay, the balancing act that's coming up. I feel like you're going to have to spend some time weighing the pros and cons. I feel your stress. I feel if I don't go, will they break up? That's what I keep hearing. It's like that fear. And I don't want you to do this out of fear. I want you to make the choice based on, is this really what I want to do? Is this for my greatest and highest good? Is it worth giving? Stability is very important to you. Don't relinquish. It says right here, don't relinquish your power. And if you moved right now, I'm assuming you would not have a job lined up immediately. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, again, you shouldn't take advice from strangers on the internet. However, my overall vibe is give it a little bit of time. I keep hearing, give it some time. Give it some time. And it's okay to leave family when you are ready. Because the way the world works now, it's not like you'll never see them, right? I remember when I was a kid and watched Little House on the Prairie, like the kid would turn 13, get married off, and then they'd leave home forever. Like they were just gone. That doesn't happen now, okay? There's technology, and there's ways to stay connected, and there's ways to still stay in touch with people. And I feel like right now timing wise, I don't know that I would do it. That is very long distance. Also, New Jersey has about the same air quality as Indiana right now, which is terrible because Canada's on fire. I mean, well, I guess you're in Cali. Getting to med school wants me to move in. Unless you have something absolutely stable and great paying that you can move directly into, I don't know that I'd go right now. I would say give it time and work towards that. Let him get into med school and get into a routine. Does that make sense? I feel like he still has some work to do. Oh, thank you, Allie, for being a subscriber. I'm adding you to the list. Adding you to the list and adding you to the drawing. So I feel like there's still some work that needs to be done on both your parts. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be together. I just feel like there's some things that have to happen first. And otherwise, if you made the move too soon, you'd be miserable. I feel like he'd be okay because guys don't care. Like, especially if he's in med school, he's going to be hyper focused. He's got to get into a routine. He does not need you there in the middle of everything. He thinks he wants you there as a support, but you are not his dog. If he wants support, get a dog. Like, or everyone's, I feel like there's just more that you can do first. Establish roots there first. Go visit. Do all the things. Get the Delta card that allows you to spend all the money on it, whatever, so you can fly free. But I feel like there's still more that you have to do and there's more that he has to do. And right now would be too soon, in my opinion. So there you go. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. And you can't make this up. And the anxiety. And also, I find this interesting too. So what this is, you can see she's holding a string and the boat is going across to no man's land or wherever it's going. And the boat's leaving without her. Yeah. And don't say no out of fear. And again, I'm just telling you what I see. I feel like you would be in a better position emotionally and supportively. He's got to have support as a med student. And if you are completely stressed out, he will not be emotionally available to you. And I think that's something you really need to understand is I lived through law school with my husband being in law school. Luckily, I'm just super independent. But I mean, I never saw him. And even now, as a lawyer, like I hardly ever see him. And had we moved far away and I wouldn't have had my family with me or my friends, I wouldn't have had him either. So I just feel like there needs to be more put in place before you make the full move, if that makes sense. I see you going back and forth, honestly, for a little while. And that's okay. Be his biggest cheerleader. Be his biggest support. Yeah. I get good vibes from him, by the way. I don't feel like he's a jerk, so that's positive. I feel like he's worth the move, and he will make it worth your while. I feel like he will make sure that everything is okay and that you feel safe, and I feel like that's who he is. He's a protector in a good, positive way. He's also a fixer. So I feel like eventually when it happens, it'll be good, but you have to be in a good place. And going in filled with fear is not a good place. Or Virgo, oh yeah, that vibes. That vibes. You got spreadsheets. Virgos are good at spreadsheets. I'm a Leo. Leos are really good at saying what's actually in the spreadsheet. Like, I feel like I need you to make a spreadsheet. That's what we do. So thank you very much for being a new subscriber, Dolce. No, not new subscriber. You're like one of my OGs back here. You've been a subscriber for a while. Leo rising, there you go. Big energy. We are big energy. I bet you are fire at your job. I bet people refer to you as fire at your job. I feel like I keep hearing that. Fire. She's fire. I feel like you might have a temper. Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. And you are in the drawing for a free reading. All right. Let's see. We have Allie. Allie's our last one that has subscribed during this live. So let's see. What does Allie, are you still here? I'm assuming you're still hanging out. Just give me a wave so I can make sure. Oh, yep. I see you liking the live. Thanks. All right. Allie, your card is Six of Swords reversed. Six of Swords reversed. Okay. Let me pick the next card. Not you calling me. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I do. I call people out. Sometimes to a fault. Yeah. All right. Bone Collector. Oh my goodness. Bone Collector. This is one of my favorite cards, actually. I like seeing the little old, is it an old man? Yeah, little old man. It looks like kind of I can't tell if it's a lady or man, but little old person collecting all the things over a lifetime. All the knowledge, collecting all the wisdom. Yeah. So let's see what comes with it. Know your truth. Ooh. Okay, you ready? Buckle up, Allie. Here we go. Buckle up. So I feel like you either just recently decided to move on from a situation, or you're like, oh, I need to know, do I move on from this situation? But I also feel, so if I were to put this into a scenario, relationships going bad, time to get out, but you don't want to get out right away. You've got to collect tools. You got to get the tools first. You got to make sure you've got the money, you got the bank account, you got the things, you got all the things in order. And then at some point you go, I know I deserve better. And you pick up all your toys that you've collected, all the things, and you go and you live your truth. And so that's just me like giving an example of like what that could mean. But oh, thank you for the corgi. So I just feel like, and I don't know what the latter for sure. I'm not sure what that referred to. I talk kind of fast and I forget what I say. But I feel like you're collecting. You have been collecting, or you need to collect something. You need to gather tools. You're gathering things because you're starting to realize that you are worth more than what you are asking. And that could be even a job. Like you realize, okay, in a job situation, like I'm just not appreciated. And I know I'm really good at my job. And so I'm gonna collect all the things on my resume, and I'm gonna oh, look at all the things I used to do here. Bye. Because you've got to honor who you are. So whether this is a relationship, career, whatever this is, this overall arching energy, I feel like you've got to pick up your toys and go. Take them with you. That's funny that I just heard that. Pick up your toys and go. Does that make sense, Allie? And I feel like you've been kind of in a holding pattern for a long time. Okay. Would that make sense that you've been kind of in a holding pattern? Totally. All right. But I feel like it was a matter of timing. Yeah. But I also feel like it was a matter of timing. You had to kind of get out of your own way and realize I'm worth more. But also, it just feels like whenever I see the double Dutch jump rope reference, I think, okay, I'm going to wait for it. Okay, let's get the rhythm. All right, here we go. And we're going in. Da, 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 da. Yeah. I don't even know if kids double Dutch jump rope anymore, but I did as a kid and I loved it. But, you got to get the rhythm. Am I expecting too much? I'm definitely in my own head. Yeah, you're in your own head. Get out of your head. And no, you're not expecting too much. Do you follow Elise Myers? She's a big creator on here. Do you follow her? I believe she has shirts that even say this, but she did a video a long time ago. Oh my gosh, you've got to follow her. Nuggets of wisdom. You have to go back to some of her earlier stuff. She's funny. She just kind of blew up because she told this really funny taco date story. the house her date ordered 100 tacos, and it blew up. Well, because she became such a big creator, when you become a big creator, you get a lot of haters. Yeah, people just feel like they have to say things just to say things. And so she was like, when people come at you and say, you're too much, you think too much of yourself, you're just too much, you're too much energy, you need to calm down. Her response is, no, go find less. Go find less. And I feel like that's a big message for you. She's just funny to watch anyway. But I feel like that all I can hear is go find less. And for you, I feel like you've heard for a long time, well, if you're female, it's like the American way, tell all the females that they don't deserve much, right? Oh, you're too loud. Oh, you're a bitch. You're too much. You're too much energy. I've been told that my entire fucking life. Big Leo, I'm too much energy. I'm too much. I'm like, go find less. As a dance teacher, if you want to win as a competitive dancer, if you want to do these things, I'm going to come at you hard and I'm going to push you. I'm still going to smile and I'm going to respect you, but I'm going to push you hard. If you don't want to do it, go find less. Go find less. And so I feel, Katie Muffin, a new subscriber. Thank you, Katie. I'm going to add you to my drawing list just when I think I'm going to be almost done. Making sure everyone that's a subscriber goes, I'll never find someone who will do better. I have it good. That's what I'm told. Oh. Oh, Allie. That doesn't vibe. It doesn't vibe. Start gathering your things. Gather your tools. It may not be time yet, but you need to understand your truth. You're never too. Are you a fire sign by chance? I feel like Are you a Sagittarius? I don't know why I got that. Fire sign. Or Pisces, or is he a fire sign? And you're like Pisces or something. I feel like there's something you flow a little bit more. Capricorn. Are you on the cusp? Ow, Gemini. I have 2 of those. I gave birth to 2 of those. They're punk ass bitches sometimes. I love them because they're my kiddos, but my house is tough. My husband's a Leo. I'm a Leo. My oldest is a Leo. And then my other 2 are Gemini. All attitude and psychotic. It's perfect. So anyway, I feel like, okay. That's funny because Pisces is right after Aquarius. I'm not huge into astrology. I always joke. Okay, so Sagittarius, I said something about Sagittarius. I feel like you're a little more like that fire. And I always joke that my Sagittarius is right before, so Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius. But I always joke, I'm like, I'm a Leo. I only know about Leos because we're self-centered. We only care about ourselves. We like the spotlight on us. So, also your birthday is 1/11, which is funny that, notice this card is 1. Can't make that up. Okay. Know your truth. This is the big message. You got to know your truth. Know your power. Collect what you need. Do you mind me asking your birth year? And I'm going to do unless you already know do you know your life path number? 84, okay. so 10, 12, 3, 13, 3, 6, 7. You're a 7. Oof, you signed up for it's 7. You signed up for some stuff. Yeah. It's difficult, but it's not. It's difficult, but it's not like, it won't break you like a 5. That makes sense. So let's see, what are you in right now? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, you're in a 10-year, which breaks down to 1. You can't make this up. You just ended a cycle. It's time to move on. This is the year of newness for you. Wow. Yeah, so I was just telling my friend Psychic Jen 33 today, I'm like, I don't believe in double digits. She's like, but so-and-so's in a double 11 and blah. I'm like, no, they're 2s. They're not 11s, they're 2s. 1 and 1, 1 plus 1. You break it down to the single number. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming, and it's going to happen before your birthday because you are in. It's either the shift happens and he makes changes and you stand up for yourself, or the shift happens and he falls away and you level up and you move on. That's what I feel. Ew, my hair. Yeah, it's coming. But you know what? You're collecting bones. I'm just saying. You're collecting them. Collect your data. Collect what you need. And you know what? If it all works out and you don't move on, then you've got all the things. You've got all the fun things. You've got the tools. You got everything. But stand in your truth. Use your voice. Use your voice. I feel like words won't matter. Actions. With him, actions. You just got to do. Because I feel like you've been a lot of words. You've said a lot of things, but the follow through is not there. And you gotta stand your ground. Stand in your truth. Yeah. Been there, done that. Okay, so thank you for being a subscriber, Allie. Good luck with your situation. Although you don't need luck. You got all the fire. You got everything that you need to be able to navigate this. I fully believe that you'll be able to do this. Yeah. So hang in there. All right, Katie, are you still here? I hope you're still here. And thank you, Allie. Appreciate you. You are in for the drawing. Katie Muffin. Yay! Okay, here we are. What are you? What's your card? Ooh, King of Pentacles. You've been through a lot too. Oh, thank you very much, Allie, for recognizing. Yes, I have been through a lot. I've been through a lot. But you know what? Come out stronger. And you know what you need to do? You need to get yourself a crown and just wear it around the fucking house. I do. So my husband doesn't talk back to me when I wear this. He knows. Oh, the shoes. What? Those shoes were amazing and I would wear them. I'm just saying I would wear them because they would look so good with the crown. All right, Katie, let's just jump on you. I love shoes anyway, but sparkly shoes, yep, just saying. All right, so King of Pentacles, Katie, good financial, good material energy, good things of worth, okay, of value. I try not to always put pentacles in with money necessarily or material things, but they tend to be things that are tangible or things that you find valuable. So some people don't care about money. They don't care. So they gravitate more towards relationships because that means more to them. But I also feel like you're kind of stepping into some power here. Hold on, let's see what comes with it. Goblins. Okay, what's funny is I always think of these as children. Ankle biting punks. Learn from your mistakes. So I feel like right now you are in a position of learning right now, and you're like, why am I going down this road? And am I done learning these stupid lessons at this point? Would that make sense to you, Katie? Like, I feel like you're like either repeating cycles or things are coming at you over and over. You're like, stop. I'm tired of this. Yeah. So if you want to gain that energy, that King of Pentacles energy, you're going to have to. Oh, this is interesting. Hold on. Do do you finally starting to notice some patterns? Okay. But also, did you just have someone come into your life that would be kind of a King of Pentacles? Like potential partner or somebody that is worldly and knowledgeable and has things? Would that make sense to you? If not, then I feel like I understand where this might be going. That name does not vibe at all. Okay, well, not really, because I was like, Roy, who's Roy? Definitely don't vibe with a Roy. Okay, so this is you embracing what's valuable to you. This is you embracing, taking charge of your money, taking charge of, this is you being the master of your domain and stepping in and going, listen, you little punks, you're going to do what I tell you. I'm the king. I'm the king. You got to get a crown. Katie, get a crown. Get a crown. And just wear it around the fucking house. I'm telling you. People would like bow down to you walking through it. They don't really. I think my kids just want one when they see it. That's all. I have to get them crowns. Just smaller crowns, because no one can have as big a crown as me in my house. But I feel like you've got, I know, right, Allie? We all need crowns. But to learn from your mistakes. So the cycles, you're starting to recognize patterns. You're starting to see this. And whatever these goblins, whatever these things are biting at your ankles, that's all I keep thinking. It's like biting at your ankles, like chiggers, mosquitoes, something biting at your ankles. And it's annoying. And it's like, you know it's there. You can't swat them away. And you really just need bug spray. Yeah, or you need to get out of the woods so they stop biting you. Go where there are no chiggers to bite your legs. Does that make sense? And also, why chiggers? Why did I bring up chiggers? I hate chiggers. We're in Indiana. We get those. I feel like whatever this is, it's annoying. Okay, I'm glad that resonates and makes sense to you. So, in order to embrace this King of Pentacles, you've got to break the cycles. Oh, there it is. There it is. See, he's holding a circle. The pentacle is a circle. It's all about cycles. And notice he looks like a wise person. Like he looks like he's like that old hippie dude that you're just like, tell me about life. Hey man, like let me just tell you. And like just spills genius knowledge. Okay. I do feel like you're going to be actually paying this forward to people eventually. Like you're in this crazy cycle and you're finally starting to realize this is not what I want to keep doing. And you're able to start seeing the mistakes. And like, I feel like it stops you dead in your tracks. Like something starts to come out of your mouth and you're like, yeah, except, and you do like a self-check. Like I feel like you're starting to stop your words keeping them in the thought bubble. Made a point to break a cycle. There we go. Okay. There you go. So part of that is keeping your thoughts in your thought bubble and not letting them fly out of your mouth in the speaking bubble. Because I feel like you kind of contribute to that. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? Not trying to call you out, but I'm just as bad. Yeah. So start with your words. Words have vibration. Words have meaning. People are like, well, words can't hurt you. Absolutely they can, because words have vibration. Words have meaning. Words have intention behind them. Okay, yeah, learn how to control it's okay to have emotions. Don't make yourself stop having emotions. It's how do you process the emotion? If something makes you angry, ask yourself what triggered it. If someone else pisses you off, what triggered me to be angry? What did I see that in them that triggered me? What was it that was reflecting in me? And I feel like you're going to be able to start using your words better. You're going to start using your words better. And that's where you have to start. And even down to negative talk to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. God, I just ruined it again. Why am I so stupid? I feel like you say these words to yourself and you get angry, like almost like, oh, why do I do this? Be kinder to yourself. Because until you're kind to yourself, you're not going to be able to be kind to anybody else. Okay, good. I'm glad you stopped it. Now we start working on the words. That doesn't mean you bury the emotion. You process the words in your mouth, diffuse them, and say them in a kinder, softer way. Because I feel like you've got some really triggering people around you. Like, I feel like there are people that deserve to be snapped on. Like, they earn it. They 100% earn it. Would that make sense? But you are contributing to that cycle by continuing the same patterns of you're playing into the cycle. And in order to break that cycle, you have to do something different. And you can't control what anybody else does. You can't just keep doing the same thing expecting everyone else to change. So you need to change that cycle, and you need to, I just keep seeing the words. Fix your words. Allow yourself to feel. Yes, you can feel, but it's how you react that's important. And if that means you take a step back and you leave the room and wait a day or two and just let's say, I need time to process. I don't want to say anything. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to say it again. It's like I'm psychic or something. I don't know. Also, it's my life. Literally my life. So I get it. I vibe with it. I feel the frequency. I feel the vibe. And it's something I'm working on currently. Watching my words. Watching the intent behind the words. And all I can do, I can't fix anybody else. I can't change anybody else, but I can change myself. And if they vibe low and they go falling away, then I go on my way. Okay, you have to learn from those mistakes. And you know what? Maybe, do you journal? I see something about writing. Do you journal? I feel like you need to have a book of wins. That's funny. A book of wins. So every time you don't say something, go put it in your journal and call it the book of winning or the book of wins. Like you do good. Okay. So today's win, I did not say blah, 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 blah. Like, I feel like you need to start like really, oh, Carol, welcome to the club. Thank you. All right. I'm going to write your name down too. I'm going to add you to my, drawing. All right, Carol, you're in the drawing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, start writing down the wins. Things I didn't say, or that maybe that book, maybe that chapter of your journaling. Things I didn't say today. Things I didn't call people out loud. I feel like I need that book. Who am I kidding? And like, you can just pat yourself on the back. Look at me. I did not say this. I did not say it. And just kind of revel in that. And then hide it so nobody sees it and says, oh, that's really what you wanted to say to me? Yes, it is. But look, I didn't. It's a win. So, all right. Well, thank you, Katie, for being a subscriber. Appreciate you. And I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some insight that you are on the right path with breaking those cycles and that you do have the power to learn from your mistakes. You're welcome. All right, Carol. Carol, welcome to the subscription live. Are you ready for a reading? You're my last person because Jimmy Darrell never came back. Again, I see him all the time though. He's always in my lives. I can give him a reading later. All right, Carol, are you here? She's probably like, oh my gosh, she sees me. Carol, don't be shy. Yay, there you are. Excellent. Okay. So I guess I should ask, are you up for a reading? Because with this being a subscriber live, everyone that's in a subscriber, since I don't have that many, gets a reading. And you're in a drawing for a free full reading. We're going to do the drawing here at the end. All right. What does Carol need to know? Wheel of Fortune reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Let's see what, comes with it. One ring circus. And then see what comes. Trust your intuition. All right. So I feel like This is funny because I feel like this is my last reading that I'm going to do. And what's funny is we got the Wheel of Fortune, and our drawing is actually the Wheel of Names. All the names are in a wheel. We're going to do a drawing with the spinning thing. I feel like there's some cycle, or there's something that is supposed to have come to. Oh, that's not the wheel, it's the world. I don't know why I'm saying the wrong thing. The world, which is still very cyclical, but I feel like something should have come to an end that has not. I feel like there's something that should have wrapped up, and there's some sort of cycles repeating. And with the One Ring Circus, I feel like this goes kind of what I was just telling Katie, is that there's something that you need to kind of turn inward, because I feel like you do have answers. You need to listen to your intuition and understand when it's time to go, when it's time to break away from this cycle. And I just feel like there's something that's repeating and it's not ending. There's something that's not ending that needs to come to an end. And that could be relationship, it could be jobs, it could be an attitude, it could be moving, it could be so many different things. But I feel like this energy of something needs to end that has not. And the only person that can make it happen is you. You're the One Ring Circus. You're the ringmaster and the only one in the in the tent. Okay, only you can make those changes, and you've got to listen to your gut. I feel like when you ask Spirit for things, this is something I teach in one of my classes. When you ask Spirit a question, the first thing you hear is what they say. The second is you talking yourself out of what they just said, saying, oh, I just made that up. And I feel like the only person that can control is you. Spot on. Okay. I'm glad that makes sense to you, because I feel like the energy just really kind of came down. Not your fault. Like Spirit really brought me into this. I feel constricted. Would that make sense to you? That constricted feeling, like you're like you're almost stuck, like you're stuck in the hoop and can't get out. Would that make sense? Feeling constricted and stuck and not being able to get out of something. Like it's hard to breathe. Oh, could be the poor air quality we have going on right now. Yes, okay. You've got to listen. You've got to listen to your intuition, because you know what you have to do. And I feel like unfortunately, I feel like the decision you have to make and you have to take control is not necessarily a pleasant one. And I feel like you fear being blamed or having finger pointing. Would that make sense? Like, do you fear the finger pointing or fear blame for something? Yes, okay. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I feel like that's kind of where you are right now. If you want to get out of that, you have to do something. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And I feel like you've been turning to others and hoping others would do something different, and you know that it's not going to change unless you do. And also, you deserve that happiness. You deserve to feel free, and you don't feel free right now. You feel constricted and held down, and you deserve to be free. You deserve to be who you are authentically. And I feel like you hide a part of yourself, or you are not being truly authentic to your soul right now, and it hurts. I feel like it creates physical pain for you. Does that make sense? It almost feels like fibromyalgia. Like, I'm convinced fibromyalgia has nothing to do with your actual body. It's stress that accumulates in your body, and you feel pain all the time. But yeah, I just feel like tense when I'm thinking about this, and it hurts. It physically hurts. So I'd be curious to know if that's something you deal with, is like physical pain. due to stress, more than likely. And also stomach. That makes sense to you, Carol? Okay, next. I don't do medical readings, disclaimer, but I'm just being drawn to certain things. Okay. This is 100% curable, by the way. It's 100% dealable. Once you make the decision to do something different and go a different route, it's like you've been living in a shelter and someone opens the door and you're like, oh, that's what sunlight actually looks like, when all you've had was like a little bit of sunlight coming through a crack in the shed. And I feel like you go out and you're like, I had no idea this was out here, because you feel so constricted and you're only getting little bits of light, little bits of knowledge, little bits of attention, little bits of love. And I feel like you need to step out and realize that there's so much more out there, and you have to trust your intuition when that time is right. And once that happens, a lot of this stuff is going to go away. Whatever these medical issues are going on, I feel like are stress induced. I'm not a doctor, I'm a dance teacher. Just keep that in mind. Continue to work with your doctors on your health. But that's what I feel I get for you. Listen to your body. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body and listen to yourself. You will get free from this if you choose it. And I just see like coming out of that shed and like, oh, I see Share Bear's in here. Share Bear, you haven't been in here to have a reading yet. You need to say hi if you want a reading. Because you will be next. Okay. So hopefully, hi Share Bear. All right, so Carol, I hope that makes sense for you. Just know that you have the power, and only you. Only you have the power. And no one else is going to change around you. No one else is going to change it for you. You can do this. I believe in you, because I see the potential of that open sky, that open land, that open everything, wide open fields. Okay. You've got this. You do this, Carol. I'm proud of you. You got this. Okay. All right. Well, Share Bear, guess what? You're welcome. And thank you for being a subscriber. I hope that was worth the energy exchange there. All right. So Share Bear, you ready for a reading? You're up next. Woohoo. Look at that. And for those of you who know me and have seen me read live before, you know that I don't shuffle the cards. I intuitively know who's going to be next, and this card works for them every time. Every time. I don't even question anymore. Hermit reversed. You're coming out of the gates. This makes you feel like you're coming out of the gates about something. Like you've been sitting on something, you've been contemplating, letting it simmer, and now you're just like, and here we go. Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair. Yep, I feel like you've been in something frozen for a while, in this frozen place. Abundance is your right. Ooh, this hits hard. Okay, so I feel like this is referring to, this came up for someone else earlier. Yes, okay, I'm glad that makes sense for you. And I see spiritually Sarah's popping in. I was going to start to say, hey, say hi, but it's a subscriber only. And that's okay. So the Hermit, okay, so this is all making sense. I feel like you have kind of, for a long time, you've holed yourself up in this frozen castle, right? No one could get in, no one could get out. You were a hermit, okay? With it upside down, it's saying you're coming out of that. It's thawing. You've hired the dragon to come and blow all of it, or melt all the ice away. Also, I just like this because it reminds me of Game of Thrones. This gnat, by the way, if you see something floating around, it's probably the gnat. It's not an orb. Stupid gnat. But also, I feel like you have not believed that you deserve happiness, or you don't deserve something. And this could be down to mediumship, even like you don't deserve that connection to spirit. I don't know why I thought that. Does that make sense to you? You deserve to live in a nice castle that's not frozen. You're very spiritual. Okay. Wait, do you work with, I know I've seen you like in lives and stuff, but I don't pay that close attention. Are you working with Psychic Jen or Carrie? Are you working with one of them? I feel like that was a thing, or that was a conversation. No, okay. Oh, no. Different name. I was like, it's really close to your name, but it's not the same one. Just kidding. Anyway, I feel like it's almost like you feel like you can connect. And like Spirit's right here going, just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. And you're like, no, but what if I'm wrong? But what if I'm wrong? Who cares if you're wrong? Who cares if you're wrong? Because when you get the wrong, you get the no, you understand, okay, so what symbol does that mean? What does that actually mean? I feel like this is very spiritual driven, and you deserve to connect to Spirit. Don't talk yourself out of it. Yeah, accept it. You've been asking for it. Spirit's like, here you go. You can't be like, no, I don't know. No, I couldn't. It's like, oh, I really wish I had a Pepsi right now. I wish I had a Pepsi. And somebody says, hey, here's a Pepsi. No, I shouldn't. No, it's fine. Yeah. Or my other favorite analogy is, gosh, why do I have to clean this house all by myself? Mom, do you need some help? No, you'll do it wrong. No. I'll handle it. Don't do that. Okay. Accept the gifts that Spirit's giving you. Accept the journey that you've asked for. Fear and love. Those are our two emotions. Fear and love. You got it. Guess what? One's got to go. There's not room for both. Okay. Yes. I'm glad that makes sense for you. Because you deserve it. We all deserve happiness. We all deserve the good things. We all deserve whatever it is we want, whatever's going to be for our greatest and highest good. And yes, in fear. 90% of us live like we do that with two emotions, love and fear. They come from those two things, right? So if you do something in love, out of love, and have a happy emotion or a love emotion, that raises your vibration. If it's an I can't, or I don't know, or do I deserve it? Yeah, and it is hard. It's a hard thing to break, but you can do it. And I think the more you tell yourself, catch yourself doing the negative self-talk. I feel like you do negatives. You talk yourself out of things. Yeah. Start listening to the first thing that you hear, not the second. Like I just told Carol. Look, I got another subscriber. Just when I think I'm going to be done. Another subscriber. All right. Casey, welcome to the subscriptions. Adding you to my drawing. Like as soon as I getting ready to wrap up one, we get a new subscriber. I'm digging it. Thank you, Casey, for subscribing. Hello. You actually are, if you would like a reading, you're up next. Because I thought I was going to be done and you just popped in right at the last second. So the point is, Care Bear, accept it. Abundance is your right. So there you go. And thank you for being a subscriber. I really appreciate you. And for coming in, hanging out the live, and letting me read for you. Appreciate you. All right. So, Casey, you're welcome, Cher. Appreciate you. All right. Casey, you up for a reading? Let's do it. If you are up for a reading, I got some cards right here with your name on them. Excellent. What is up? 7 of Wands reversed. Oh, you're welcome, Carol. Thank you. Appreciate you. 7 of Wands reversed. Okay, I'm going to sit with this for a second. Let's see what else comes up. Rock bottom. All right, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Hang on here. And your beliefs are right for you. Ooh. Okay, so. Casey, have you felt like you've had to stand your ground for something? Like I feel like you're like defending your territory. You're standing up and standing your ground, having to be defensive. Does that make sense? Or you're just tired, like you're tired of defending yourself and you kind of hit rock bottom with it. Like you're just like, I'm done. I'm so sick of standing up. I'm tired of fighting this. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like somebody's been pushing at you. Like, if I were to put this in a religious perspective, I'd be like, the Mormons coming knocking on your door. Okay, telling you what you should believe, how you should believe, and if you don't believe this, you're going to go to hell. All right? And I feel like you're finally to the point where either you're like, fine, I'm just giving in your whole life. Ugh. I feel like you're getting to a point where you're hitting that bottom. You're just like, you know what? You can't beat me down anymore. You cannot beat me down anymore. You can't tell me anymore. And I don't believe what you believe. I don't vibe with that. I can't possibly, it's not right for me on my soul path. And I feel like you need to honor your soul path. We've had a lot of that come up tonight in readings. And I feel like you need to honor your soul's path because if you're not, it creates like physical issues. It creates mental issues. It creates all kinds of turmoil. And I feel like this is Spirit saying, you believe what you need to believe. Your beliefs are right for you. They are right for you. And it's okay for you to have your own way of thinking, your own belief system. I remember sitting in church as a kid and then like hellfire, brimstone. What's funny is my mom didn't even believe it. She just thought it was smart to go to church, right? Finally set boundaries within the last few years. Good for you. Good for you. But I feel like you still fight some things that she pounded in your head. I feel like you still sometimes believe things that she said to you. And I feel like, yes, your defenses are down now. You're not having to constantly be in there defending yourself, which is why that Seven of Wands reverse comes up. But I also feel like, I do feel like you're starting to realize. But you have those moments where you hear your mom's voice telling you you're not good enough, and that if you don't believe certain things, then if you're not on board with what she has to say, then you are bad. And it's good that you've set boundaries. It's very good that you've set boundaries. And I feel like, have you been going like on a spiritual path? I mean, you're here, so clearly you believe in something in the spiritual realm. But I feel like you've been kind of going down a path of, no, I can't wrap my mind around God being an angry old white man shaking his finger in the sky at us. I feel like there's just this belief system. You're like, I can't buy it. I don't believe it. But you still believe things that you heard about yourself. Okay. Break out of it. I'm giving you permission to believe what you want. Don't believe in hurting other people or things that hurt people. But believe in raising yourself, raising your vibration, raising up and being the best version of yourself that you can be, and learning how to tune out the noise of people that will be so desperate to bring you down with them that they'll say anything. And even though your mom's out of your life or has boundaries, I feel like you still feel an emptiness. And sometimes you fill that emptiness with more negativity that feels comfortable, that's like her, but not her. Does that make sense? I feel like you've made great strides, though. I feel like you've made a lot of improvement since setting those boundaries. And I feel like you don't have a whole lot of people, either you don't have very many people acknowledging that, or you have people acknowledging it and you just don't believe them because you don't feel like you're there yet. So I was waiting for them, just hanging out. I know the chat's really slow tonight for some reason. Everything's kind of delayed. Oh, she's still here. Okay, this year has been really hard though. Yeah, I feel that. That's what I'm saying. I feel it. And I feel like even when people say, no, but you're really nice, you don't believe them because you don't believe it about yourself because someone told you you weren't nice. Your mom, your whole life. So to change the vibe, what I might suggest to you is when somebody compliments you or says, I think you're so funny. I think you're really sweet. Thank you. Thank you for seeing that. Thank you for noticing that. Even if in that moment you don't fully believe it, you think that somehow you're fooling them, you've managed to fool them into thinking you're funny or nice. You don't genuinely feel that because you have your mom in your back of your head saying those things. Allow yourself to say thank you because there's a vibration to those words. And when you're proud of yourself, own it. It's not pride. It's not arrogant. Like I was raised, if you were too proud of yourself, then you were arrogant, right? It's not a good look. And which is hard when you're a Leo like me. But I feel like you've got to even take those little wins, those moments of like, I'm really proud of myself. Look at me. I did not run that man off the road, even though he was being a jerk. And he totally deserved it. Look at me. I didn't do that. Go you. I'm just lost because I lost my person this year. Yes, possibility. But I also feel like, yes, and I do feel that emptiness. I felt it, like I said a little bit ago, but I feel like you're filling it with something that's not. I want you to fill it with love and light. I want you to fill it with self-worth. And I feel like this is such a self-worth battle. Like losing your person made you think it was either your fault or you could have done more. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. Do things to raise your vibration. Even if I just feel like even if it's buying yourself some flowers, I feel like there's just things you need to do to raise your vibration and show that you love yourself. As there and push them more, maybe be able to fit a different outcome. I don't think so. I don't get that. I just heard things are as they should be. Things are as they should be. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Okay, for those of you who've been in here, you see how this keeps happening, right? As soon as I'm wrapping up the last one, I get a new subscriber, which is fine. I had too much caffeine today, so I'm good. All right, Kelly, if you're up for a reading, you're going to be next. I'm going to finish out. So, Casey, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that you've gone through loss this year. And as the person who's, sitting on the outside looking in, find those moments of positivity. You've got to latch onto those. You've got to latch onto those things that make you feel like you are worth it. But I'm telling you, I'm hearing loud and clear. It is as it should be. And I don't know if lost meant like left this earth lost, or a breakup loss, or like separated, like no longer together loss. But I feel like because I'm not like tuned in to know if there was like an extra person. Oh, another subscriber, user three. Oh, I'm gonna need a name. User 39287 something. 392. All right. You're gonna be up after Kelly. Okay. Okay. Did he smoke a pipe? Oh, hi, Janine. Did he smoke a pipe? I'm smelling my great grandfather's pipe. Very specific tobacco. So I don't know, but cigarettes. Okay, smoking. Okay, so the key word there was smoking. Okay. And was it chest? I feel like he's making my chest hurt. Would that have something to do with his death? Which is why he's saying, it's why he's saying it's all as it should be. Because it was his time. And there's no way he wanted anybody being there. He was too protective and too proud of that. He didn't want anybody seeing it. His soul, that was the agreement. But it makes me my attention does go to my chest. So I don't know if his heart just stopped or if he just couldn't breathe. It's like he showed me he just breathed out and he left his body. And he was like, screw that, I'm not going back. He just felt that love. He felt like he was home. He's like, all is as it should be. And he does come around for you, and you'll smell his cigarette smoke. He does not currently smoke on the other side. That was a human thing. But that's one way you're going to smell. You're going to know it's him. And I feel like when you're driving, every once in a while you'll randomly smell cigarette smoke. You just know that's him driving or riding along with you. Talk to him. Would it make sense you talk to him in the car? Or you feel him in the car? There's something to do with the car. Or did he work on cars? Something to do with cars. Yes, okay. Keep talking to him in the car. Good. Keep doing it because he's around. He's around and I feel like he was missing a lot of unconditional love here on this earth walk. Would that make sense? I mean, he got it from you, but I feel like it was either his parents or the people growing up. He did not have a sense of unconditional love. Everything felt conditional. To mothers, yes. Yeah. Did he call you baby girl? Because he said to him, it'll be just like the blink of an eye, baby girl, and we'll be together again. He's fine. He's exactly where he's supposed to be, and he will continue to be with you the rest of your time here. And by blink of an eye, that doesn't mean you're dying tomorrow. No, it's not what that means. It means It's quick for them over there. It can be long and arduous here for us, like, oh my gosh, 100 years later. But it's just a blink of an eye. And when he'll be there waiting for you. And he's around you. He will continue to be around and support you. He never left you. So, oh, I'm sorry, Shaver. Like, I just didn't even plan on doing that mediumship. It just came out. Yeah, he's stepping back now. Oh, no, it's okay. Here's this thank you. Yeah, I figured that was the case. Stand on your own 2 feet is what he's saying. Stand on your own 2 feet. You got this. So, well, thank you, Casey, for letting me bring through your dad. Again, I wasn't even planning on bringing through mediumship at all. He just kind of walked in. It was like there. Oh, thank you, Lace. Okay. All right. Kelly, are you still here? I agree, Spirit. I agree, Angel. Yes. And okay. I'm sorry. Like, majority of them were not that long. I'm sorry. It's all, honestly, it's all spirit led. But the messages came through. Am I correct? Thank you, Kelly. I see you. Hang on just a second. So the messages, you will get the messages you need. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get them through. And I stand by the spirit led. I promise I wasn't trying to like slight anybody. It's not my style. All right, Kelly, your card. Ace of Cups reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Coming apart. All right. And then death is an illusion. All right. I know you aren't a Share Bear. I get that vibe. I just feel bad. I mean, I would give, if I gave 28 people 15 minutes, I'd never finish. And I just got 2 more subscribers, so I got to figure out how to get them in and still get to bed before 4 a.m. So, and I got to do the drawing here pretty soon. Okay. So Dana Lynn, hi, nice to meet you. I'm adding you to my list. I'm working with Kelly right now, and I've got user somebody, and I didn't write down their name. Ooh, I got somebody else. I got 2 ahead of you, and then I got to add you guys all to my list. So death is an illusion. All right, so I got to keep moving because I will be here till 4 a.m. at this rate. So Ace of Cups reversed is all about it's like and with it coming with this coming apart, I feel like Kelly, would it make sense that you just recently lost someone? It was either a relationship or lost someone or something. I feel like it's very much person related. Like there's a connection or almost a connection, and then it's like just ripped apart or taken apart. Would that make sense to you, Kelly? Or something came to an end. Something just pulled apart, and it felt very stressful. And I feel like Spirit's trying to say, as a friend, November, okay. And would this be an actual death, like an actual passing? Okay, yeah, because like straight up, death is an illusion. Yeah, see, it's the same thing that just happened with Casey. That same vibration. That's tough. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for that loss. I feel like the message is death is an illusion, and that's what we saw with Casey's reading. Like it's not that he's not around, her dad's not around, he's around, just like your friend is around. Was her name a J name? Like, didn't go and gone. Oh, I hate that. I'm so sorry. I'm hearing like a J name. There's a J name either attached to you or her that would make sense to the two of you. Like June. Well, she's saying June. Well, I heard Junebug, which was my nickname back in the old days because my maiden name was June, so like, people call me Junebug, and so I'm either drawn to a J name, June, or June, like an actual Junebug, which those are the dumbest bugs ever. I'm just saying. I'm almost offended that was my nickname. Oh, okay, because she's talking about June. Okay, June. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I do. I feel like she's just letting you know she is around, and I'm so sorry for the loss, but I think it's important for you to know. I think it's just important for you to know that just like Casey's situation, all is as it should be. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. But she is just fine. She is just fine. And in her contract, first wedding, ugh. I hate that. You know, young person, full of life, got your whole life ahead of you, happy to be married, and then something like that happens, and she is okay. And unfortunately in death, it's the humans that suffer. They're fine. They cross over, they're like, woo! Man, glad that game's over. And I feel like they feel more like they can help more from the other side. And I feel like honestly that was her plan. Like that was part of her soul contract, part of the plan to help others learn lessons. And it sounds terrible. I hate saying it that way, but that's what I've learned over the years is that when people cross over, especially suddenly and young and unexpected, they have their whole lives ahead of them. It's because they agreed to it. They agreed so other people could learn lessons. And then they become helpers on the other side. It happened, she just all of a sudden had a few seizures and they said, oh, that'll happen. That actually happened to someone I know about a year and a half ago, actually. No, it wasn't even a year and a half ago. It was like a year ago. I went, if even that. It was like last fall, I believe. Oh, weird. She started having seizures, like really bad seizures, and then turns out she had like ovarian cancer. And it was like one of those things that just came on so fast. It was a super aggressive, rare form. And like she had a couple seizures, had a stroke, and it was never came out of it. And she's like in her 30s. Had adopted a kid, like husband, like she was in her 40s. Sorry. So yeah, it's crazy when those kind of things happen. It's almost like you just have to believe. You have to understand that it is happening for a reason. It is happening, and they are fine. They are fine. We are not. We are the broken ones because we miss them. We feel that separation, but they don't feel that separation because they are connected to us energetically. And this is a lesson for the class, by the way. You know, when you're feeling that loss, it's not about are they around or not. They are around. I bet it did, Kelly. I can't even imagine. I cannot even. I've known my longest friend I've known since 4th grade. And I cannot even imagine anything when we're in our 50s now. So I can't even imagine. And so I'm so sorry for your loss. And just know she is with you, though. She is with you. She's around you. And she's still connected to you. And I know for a fact she goes to her husband while he's dreaming. I feel like she left her body very quickly, by the way. She was like very quickly. Like she was out before her body was done. Because I feel like she's showing me, oh, thank you, Janine. We have great filters on TikTok. Because she's showing me like her seeing herself. She did not suffer at all. As a matter of fact, she like left her body, she turned around and watched herself take her last breath. So she watched herself, and she was did they find her on the floor? I know it sounds terrible to ask, but I feel like she's seeing herself like on the floor, or like something on the floor. I feel like I see her look like her from her perspective looking down, and that could just be that perspective of floating above and looking down. So like when I do QHHT, we cross people over, and in their past lives, and when that happens, okay, she was laying down. Okay, that makes sense. But still, I mean, it wasn't like she was sitting up in a chair or like standing and just like I feel like. And she knew it was time. Yeah, she knew it was time. That she had fulfilled her contract here. And we call it contract because that's what we think of as humans, but the agreement that they made. So hang in there. I'm doing readings for subscribers as a subscriber only. And yes, I am doing readings. I'm finishing up with Kelly. I've got Janine and Dana Lynn. I got to make sure I have everybody on my list, though. I don't have everybody in my drawings. Hold on. Kelly. Dana Lynn. Dana Lynn, are you still here? And Janine. And M. I don't know how many I'm going to get through. It's like almost midnight here, and I've been on since 9. And I'm telling you, you guys that have been here for a long time, every time I get ready to wrap one up, I get a new subscriber, which I'm so thankful for. I'm so thankful. I just don't know that I can keep doing this till 4 in the morning. I do have to teach tomorrow. So here's the deal. If I don't get to you tonight for some reason, then I will, in the next live, I promise I will get to you. I'm good for right now, Dana Lynn. Thank you, though. So I'm good for now, but at some point my body's going to go, you're done. But for now, I'm good. Just know that. So I've got Dana Lynn, Janine, and then M after that. Okay. All right, so hang tight. Here we go. All right, Dana Lynn, you've got 9 of Cups reversed. So, all right, thank you, M. I appreciate you being a subscriber too, and I'll do my best. So this means I probably won't be able to keep doing the mediumship. I think that's kind of what it buzzes me, but at the same time, it takes a lot of energy. So the 9 of Cups reversed is it's the wish card, but it's like you're wishing for something, it's not coming true. It's not happening for you. So let's see what happens with it. Intention. Ooh, intention. We were talking about this earlier, manifesting. Journey within. Journey within comes with it. Thank you, Kelly. So I feel like you really wanted or needed something to happen, and it didn't come to fruition. And I feel like but what it did was it set you on a new path, and you're like, okay, fine. If this isn't going to happen, then I'm going to go over here. Would that make sense to you? I hope that makes sense, because it just feels like, cool. If I didn't get my wish over here, this isn't for me, or this isn't happening, then I'm going to go for this. I feel like it was a game changer, and you're like, cool, peace out, bye, and moved, and you're ready to go on a different path. But also I feel like it made you question a lot about yourself. And I feel like you've done a lot of self-reflection and understanding what you need to keep you grounded. I feel like you're trying to stay grounded instead of like up here and the la 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 la. And I feel like whatever this was, like you're setting the intention to be like, I'm grounded, I need a stronger foundation, and I need to figure out how I can do that for myself. And I feel like that's been this journey for you, figuring out how to do things for yourself and keep yourself grounded, not depend on someone else to keep you grounded. Does that make sense? Okay. I feel like you keep kind of looking at your shoulder, over your shoulder though. Like this thing that didn't happen, whatever it was that it didn't come to fruition. I feel like it's a sense of like, did it, maybe, and it's keeping you in limbo. Let it go. Make like Frozen, let it go. Whatever this did not come to fruition, because there's something better for you going forward. Let it, I can't say it enough, let it go. And as you set this intention of on that better, like this better journey, and I almost feel like you had to let go of some friendship. I feel like you've had to like let go of some people or let go of a situation and be like, okay, you know what? It's fine. It sucks, but it's fine. And you need to understand that whatever this thing that you're going after now, that this you've set this intention, is more grounding and it's more sustainable. I don't even know what we're talking about, but that's what I'm hearing. Yes, okay. I feel like this is a journey of you listening, of learning to listen to yourself too. Because I feel like whatever this other thing was, you weren't listening. There was some element of like you knew, but you didn't want to believe it. And now I feel like when Spirit says, listen, when we say no, that means no. No, that means run, you need to run. So I feel like there's you're establishing a trust with Spirit and your intuition and your gut and your higher self. You're establishing a form of communication, a language between you and them, and understanding that when you not want something, when you go after something, they need to guide you, they need to help you, and they're going to. Don't be afraid to ask for the help either. They like it when you ask for help. Set the intention, and they'll come to you. They will come to you, and they will help guide you. You just have to believe them. Okay? And just so you know, when you hear that voice in your head, it sounds like your voice. It sounds like you. That's how they come through. But you have to listen to the first thing that you hear, not the second. Second is you talking yourself out of what you just heard. So I hope that makes sense, Dana Lynn. And there is an obstacle coming up in that direction you're going right now, but it's not insurmountable. It's not a blocker. It's intentional for you to realize that you can do it. It's a small stumbling block, but you can just step over and be like, avoided that, and then don't let it trip you up. All right. So thank you, Dana Lynn, for being a subscriber. You are in my drawing. You are in the running for a drawing. All right. So I've got Janine and M, and that's going to be the last two that I'm doing tonight. But if anybody else comes and joins the live, then I will at least add them. You're welcome. All right, Janine, are you still here? Still awake? I'd be like this if it were me waiting. Let's see if I'm sure she's still here. Janine, user 39. There you are. Okay, let's see. What's your card? All right, you get the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Wheel of Fortune. That's coming in nice and strong for you. And let's see what comes with it. Listening. Ooh, I feel like I love this. It looks like a little bird told me. And express your feelings. Okay, so I feel like the Wheel of Fortune oftentimes for me feels like it addresses cycles. We talked about this earlier. It addresses cycles. And I feel like for you, you're starting to recognize some patterns, but I don't feel like they're bad patterns necessarily. I feel like you're starting to recognize, okay, so when I do this, this happens. And I feel like there's been a lot of self-exploration on this and recognizing things that are happening in front of you. And I feel like also you are listening to yourself. You are listening to your gut. You're listening to the little bird that's tweeting in your ear. And I feel like also through this process, you are finding your voice in something. And that is so valuable. And I feel like that's where this wheel of fortune, this the luck that's coming, very new and necessary, yes. And I feel like it, as you continue to express your feelings and make it an equal energy exchange. It's like you're telling spirit something. You're having the little bird and the elephant, they're having a conversation, right? And expressing the feelings. And I feel like it's an equal energy exchange. It's got to be an equal energy exchange. And I just feel like there's this dialogue, and it feels so good. And you will win. It feels like, okay, you will win. You'll come into good fortune if you can listen to what someone has to say, or whether it's spirit or a person, and then express what you want, express what you need to where it's equal. It's equal energy. And if the person's not willing to have an equal energy exchange, don't bother. It's usually just other humans. Don't bother. If it's not equal, don't bother. Okay? If you're willing to listen and they're not willing to listen, then that's not equal. Okay? But I feel like right now, by you offering to do that and just having that dialogue or that energy exchange, expressing your feelings, listening to other people's feelings, you're going to win. I feel like this is a very good, positive time for you. And I feel like it's positive change. Cycles are breaking. You're recognizing patterns and realizing that you need to respond differently and say things differently. And I feel like you actively listen more. Or there's more active listening what I heard. So what I mean by that, active listening, is like actually listening to and digesting what the person's saying, as opposed to, well, somebody just said something about fishing and now I'm thinking about that fishing trip I took. Because we're like off in our minds, our ADHD brain, right? So, yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And if the luck hasn't made a turn yet, it will. This will be prompting it. This equal energy exchange will be prompting it. I feel like you're on the right path. Good. You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out. You'll get there. I feel like it's on a good trajectory. Where so much of the time people come in and like they'll want readings because things are bad or things are not going well, and I feel like I have to talk them into understanding that it does get better. But I feel like you already see kind of that trajectory. I feel like you're already starting to see, I deserve better. I deserve the equal energy exchange. I deserve all the things. And that's my expectation now. My expectation is it's equal. And in turn, Spirit says, you're right. Here you go. There you go. It's a good vibe. Good on you, Janine. I'm glad for you. That's an awesome vibe to have too. All right. And who knows? Maybe you'll get rich out of it. I don't know. I'm joking, but am I? Wheel of Fortune. It's a good one. Okay. All right. So thank you, Janine. I appreciate you being a subscriber and hang out on the track. And this was reinforcement. You're welcome. Good. See? So this goes back to my point where Spirit brings in the messages that we need. Okay. Oh yeah, Dana Lynn. I do message mediumship, but I was just literally talking about, like, just now, what I was talking about is like some people, sometimes spirits will come in and I'll move into mediumship, and sometimes it's just the psychism, and like they don't necessarily come in for the particular message that needs to be heard at the time. So sometimes the messages are like 3 minutes long, and sometimes they're like 20 minutes long, and I can't set a timer and be like, okay, well, your 3 minutes is up and we got to make it fair. Sometimes mediumship happens, and I have a deal with my guides that if they bring someone in, then I have to honor their existence and I have to honor the message. And sometimes Spirit's like, nope, we don't need you right now. Here's the message though. It's like for Janine, perfect example. Like she needed reinforcement. She needed Spirit to come in and say, listen, you're on the right track. You're not just making this shit up. Trying to win the lottery, aren't we all? Actually, you know what? I used to say, I can't afford to play the lottery. I'm not going to play it. I feel like I'm just giving my money to somebody else at this point. So that's how that works. Sometimes I get mediumship, sometimes I don't. It just depends. But I also, in the lives, yes, I do occasionally. Hope that answered your question. All right. So last person, M, are you still here in the chat? And then we're going to do our drawing. Is M still in the chat? Yay, awesome. Okay, here's your card. You ready? All right, the Empress. Empress comes up for M. Empress is about creation. It's about allowing, it's to me, it can be like in dance choreography. It can be writing something. It's bringing something from nothing into existence. And even like mothers having babies or having children. It's creating something. And so let's see what goes with it. Education. Ooh, education. Okay. And the advice is you are here for a reason. Interesting. Okay, so let me vibe into this here. I would be interested to know if you are like a creative person. If you're like an artist or a spiritual person, I feel like there's something to do with flowing energy through you and like help in teaching others. Like I feel like there's something about creating and teaching others and showing others something, and that's like your purpose. It's your actual calling. Like I could end the reading right there. Like that's how much big of that message that was. It could be like you have something, you bring something into existence. You show someone, you teach them, they learn. My job here is done. Does that make sense to you? I'll crack up if you're like an art therapist. Okay. I feel like you show people their value. You show people what they're worth, or you show them that they deserve better. I feel like that it almost feels like therapist. Like it feels like you're good at showing through tools. You're good at showing, and this is your purpose. You are here to teach people and to show people their value and to show them their worth. And I'm a creative person who haven't found an avenue yet. People who describe me as someone who helps people. So that's the vibe that I get. Absolutely 100%. You are here for that. That is your purpose. So since you're trying to figure it out, this is where Spirit comes in and says, here's your sign. Yes, there's something that you create or you bring into existence. There's something that Spirit, I feel like Spirit shows you exactly what you need to know. I also feel like you're gathering information right now. There's things that you're learning, so you're not quite ready to know exactly what that bigger picture is, that bigger purpose is. I feel like you're still gathering information. You're still learning some lessons. Just like, I didn't do mediumship until like 13 years ago. Like I didn't start doing that like at birth. Dance was my passion. Dance was my calling. I know I'm a teacher. I know I'm a dance teacher. And so for me, like that resonates with me. I know that I change lives through dance. I help children believe in themselves. And that's where I see you. There's something that you learn in your own life that you're able to turn around and put it into a lesson and show people. And that is your purpose. That is what you're going to do. How that plays out, I don't know. Art therapist, you never know. That popped out of my mouth. I don't, sometimes things just come out of my face that I don't know where it came from. Or therapist, art therapy, art. Yeah, artistic art. People don't give enough credit to artists, by the way. I do tarot loosely, and that's art. Yep. So I have no idea why I had to make it a real thing. Then do it. And that makes sense because tarot is art. Tarot is art. It's time for you to bring something to life, create something new and bring it to life. And I feel like you can deliver those messages, but you also that's where I feel like you're getting those, you got to gather. So you got to learn how to do things ethically. You got to learn how to intuitively read, not just read from a book. And I'm not saying that's what you do, but I feel like there's some things that you have to learn still. So you're still connecting those dots and bringing your toolbox in. You're gathering tools. And as you do that, you're going to start seeing things so much more clearly in the cards. So that makes sense why I'm seeing it the way I am. It's kind of like, in the pregnancy stage, you're figuring out how to do it, planting the seeds, creating something that's going to start growing, but you've got to water it, you've got to nurture it, find a mentor, find classes that you can take that you can start learning and building your confidence. And again, learn the rules of leaving someone better than when you found them. That's huge in tarot reading, in any kind of spiritual work at all. It's so important. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And you've got to train. Okay, and I feel like that's really important to say to you. And that's where education. It's not just that you're teaching other people. You've got to grow and expand yourself, and that you're going to be able to deliver those messages and give hope and give those messages of knowing that we have a lot more control over our lives than we think. And that's a great tool with the tarot, is to help people see their potential paths. So I feel like that's something that you'll be able to do, is help people see their own potential. And tarot is the greatest, it's like the best way to start in that. Because then when you start moving into mediumship or into spirit, into intuitive reading, like psychism, you'll use the symbols you see in the tarot and in the oracle cards. They'll show you symbols. And you'll go, oh, I know what that means. That's how they'll show you. That's how I started, was with tarot. And just learning the symbols and learning what they mean. And that's how spirits, I learned the language of my guides that way. I teach a class on that. Well, I do sometimes. So yeah, I hope that made sense. Em, thanks for being a subscriber. Appreciate you. Yeah, so it is time to do let me put these back. Our drawing. It's time to do a drawing. Woohoo! So much, this is giving me so much direction. Good, I'm glad. And see, that is the job of me reading the tarot and intuitively. So that's what I'm here to do, is to help educate and help inspire. Pick you. Okay, so you guys are going to be, I came back just right. You did, Alyssa. You were the very first person in my live earlier, Alyssa. I love this. All right, so the drawings are, if you are a subscriber, and people who subscribed newly to the night, as people came in and subscribed new to the channel, so like you did, Dana Lynn, then I put your name into this cool wheel of names. I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way so I can rearrange. All right, so I'm gonna show you how this works. See my face nice and close. First, let me, hold on. Oh, no, stop it. Hang on. My computer's trying to go do weird things on me. Okay, so let me turn this around. Yeah, you're in the drawing, Share Bear. Yes, you are. As a matter of fact, because you were already a subscriber. You were in the drawing before. Yep, see, I'll show you everybody's names. Yep, everybody's names here that were subscribers before and now. All right, so this is to win a free reading, and you can have your choice of a past life regression where we just do the past life, the hour and 15 minute past life thing. regression, not the healing work, but just the see the movie thing, or a 45-minute reading with me, which never ends up being 45 minutes. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Click to spin. Oh, I don't have the sound on there. There we go. Looks like Allie is the winner. Y'all saw it. And you know what? Just because you guys have been so awesome, I'm going to... Oh, shoot. I should have taken her name out. That's right. If she gets it again by chance, then we'll redo. All right. So Allie wins one, and I'm going to do one more because you guys have been so patient and so awesome. All right. Writing that down. Here we go. We'll give away one more because you guys have been amazing. Hopefully it's someone that's been in here tonight. Lace. Yep. Actually, yeah, Lace was in here earlier. But I didn't get, she left before I could give her a reading. So she didn't even get her reading. All right, so yay, we have Lace and Allie. And you all saw it was fair. It was fair, and I discovered that a long time ago. I used to like write everybody's names down for things. And I was like, that's stupid. I'm just gonna put it into a thing. All right, so yeah, I will message both Lace and Allie and let them know that they won. And so yeah, I'll try to do more of these. Okay, I will try to do more of these. Is Lace even in the chat right now? I don't know that she's in here. She popped in earlier, dropped a few gifts, and then like popped out. Never even got, she didn't even say hi. Just came in and said, do, and moved on. Yeah, I don't think she is either. So Lace and Allie are two winners for our subscriber drawing now. So next month I'll try to do the same thing. Yeah, I'll set another date where if you are still a subscriber, then your name will go into the drawing. And whether you can be here or not, it doesn't matter. You're a subscriber, you go in the drawing. So we'll make sure that I do it again. All right. Well, thank you everybody for hanging in there, and I hope that you felt like you're at least walking away with a message that resonated, and that even through listening to other people's messages, like kind of like I like to call them lesson for the class, listening to other people's messages and and the lessons that come through. I always feel like these kind of things are really, really great learning opportunities. And I'm so, so thankful that I'm in a position to be able to do this for people. And I do not take it for granted. That is for sure. That is for sure. And so, yeah, I just want to thank you all for being subscribers and supporting me. Oh, look, thank you, Kay. Appreciate that. All right. So thank you. And thank you for your subscription and the energy exchange. The energy exchange is amazing. And also, just so you know, when you pop into my regular lives, if you come into my live and say hi, if I'm doing readings, I will fit you into a reading. That's another perk to being a subscriber, is that, so if I do random, and I see you pop in, you automatically go into my list. Okay, and I just do them for free. I don't charge anything on here for like the readings and the lives. But if you're a subscriber, you get priority. Okay, I try to get to all my subscribers as much as I can. All right. Thank you all. I hope you have a fantastic night. I'm going to go to bed. I'm supposed to hang out with my mom in the morning too. Oh, I forgot to get ideas. Crap. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic night. Mwah. Thank you for everything. And spirit be with you. Bye.